dfzradio.com.
The cannabis portion of this show is designed as entertainment only for legal medicinal cannabis patients over 21 years of age and is not meant to encourage any other activity or use. Yeah, dick.
Talking about the heavy tea roast show. Knowing so much better than your show. And everybody knowing this whole show. Yeah. Talking about the heavy tea roast show.
Yo, what is? Welcome to Heavy Tea's Bro Show right here on DFZ Radio. You just got done listening to the hydroponic chef. He was here with Kitty Cat, meow meow.
Chef Kitty
in the house. Flossed out the edibles again. Is this a time to have Dr. Duff eat as many milligrams as you have in the studio?
Is this the 1,500 milligram challenge for Duff?
Can he go above and beyond that? He already drank.
Already did it.
The
already
elixir.
won it.
What's the brand?
Shout out to Chronic Elixir for coming in studio and Duff putting their product to the test and absolutely ruining his fucking day.
Couple $100 bottle.
I think it ruined 2 days of him. He was in the studio giving the ga voice. That shit was hard.
This fool told me the next day, "Why am I so hungover?" I'm like, how are you still alive?
I was hungover because of the Jameson. Fuck.
Oh, fuck. That's true. Hey, but if you missed the chef show, you can download that on the on-demand section of DFZ Radio or listen or watch live. So, great show for you tonight. We have Love Trees in the house. Give a round of applause to Emron. There we go. Thanks for coming through, my man.
Oh, my bad. You're good.
Now you on because you on the show. Don't worry. Go ahead, say it again. No one heard you.
Thank you guys for the invite.
Okay, you remember last time you got to put this close to your face.
Dude, do you remember, bro?
Don't breathe hard like Darth Vader.
Do you even radio, dude?
I do now.
But you're here, and you're here to talk about Love Trees. It is a newer product on the market, and you have some new products coming out. You actually have a formula that managed to mix salicylic acid and calcium and magnesium, which traditional agronomists would say would fall out together mainly or lock out. So we'll talk about that flagship product as well as the other products coming out. We also have the chef here on this show.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
The traffic is so bad back to the Inland Empire, he decides to hang out.
That fucking Super Bloom, I put that on everything. I dare you to be on my friend list and post a picture of you with those goddamn flowers. I will come to your house and I will fuck up your car so you can't drive anymore because you fucked up my day because I couldn't drive because of those fucking people on the freeway. They have seen more people than a fucking sporting event pull off
like
the
a
freeway.
250,000 people in Lake Elsinore.
It's ridiculous. They had to plow an entire field in 2 days to make a parking lot. I never seen a parking lot go up so fucking fast.
The bums are going around circling. Hey man, you want me to watch your car right here?
Hey,
go look at the flowers.
The fucking elote man's out there. The tamale dudes out there. The fruit guys out there.
The GH guys out there.
I'm out there slanging samples.
Yeah, he's got a booth.
Hey, these poppies, fool. I grew these poppies with the Floralicious Plus.
Look at this is all from Ripen. New product.
Yep. You know, I flew over with my friend Brandon in his airplane and we just mass sprayed Floralicious Plus out the window.
Crop dusted that shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
The
it's
real
serious.
person that's getting paid is the one that's charging for every person to park on their land.
On the front lawn. That used to happen down at Qualcomm Stadium during the Charger game. But yeah, you're here. Thanks for coming. We also have Canna-hub Tim.
What's up?
Canna-hub Tim. If you don't know about Canna-hub Real Estate, they have campuses.
Real.
3 campuses now, yeah?
No, it's still 2. We're working on a third, but 2 are now under development.
And they're getting started. If you want to get a legal grow, illegal extraction, any type of legal distribution, these campuses are the place that you can go, and they handle everything. We're going to learn about that as well. And of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Conor McGregor lookalike,
What the fuck are you talking about, lad?
a quarter gram a watt, Dr. Duff.
Give me a little too much credit here.
Diamond Duff today.
He stepped it up a little.
He did. That was
I
a nice
think
dab.
I'm a little bit more famous than Conor McGregor.
You are. You're quite
Duffer.
famous.
I'm
How-
Duffer McGregor.
You always have.
That's a St. Patrick's Day name.
That's my St.
I've
Patty
done
days.
McGregor, and I've come here for 2 things: drinking and growing.
And
And I'm all out of weed.
I beat my ladies up on St. Patty's Day, mate.
Well, yeah. How does
Saint, whatever you
Duffer
say.
McGregor grow? Why don't you hit it, Saint? Tell us how you would
does it
grow.
First,
Dr. Duff here.
you gotta drink really a lot of green beer.
A lot of shitty whiskey.
A lot of shitty whiskey too, a lot of green beer, so you black out and you go in your garden and start watering.
You can only do Mexican accents, I think.
That was Australian.
Go ahead,
can
Duffer
almost
McGregor. Duffer McGregor as a Latino. Oh shit! All right, but let's
I'm gonna fuck you up sometimes you eat.
okay.
You don't eat.
Think about it, Duffer, and you come up with something a little bit better next time. I'm Heavy T. We're here to take your calls, talk and grow. If you call in, you ask a question, you get hooked up with some grow gear. So the number is 562-653-0707. Wire Screener gets everything lined up over there. I want to talk about some of the news out of the hydroponic industry. If you didn't know, Hydroponic Research, the makers of Veg Bloom, dumped their distributor Solstice Garden Supply. Seems like some bad blood there.
Hey, hold on. Does Hawthorne distribute? Nah, fuck them.
Oh, that's what I was about to say. But,
They got bought out.
They do people like that, Ron, that built that company. Then hey, fuck it, I'm out.
well, let's talk a little bit about that, because we see this where the hydroponic industry, for the people that don't know, especially in California, slowed down quite a bit with the passing of Prop 64.
Well,
The
it
Prop-
changed the market.
Dare I
totally.
say the hydropocalypse?
Exactly. The Prop 215 growers could grow at home, and you could basically give your cannabis to a dispensary for donation, right? So you could recoup your funds for growing if you exceeded your amount. And so people, of course,
They're really good growers.
right. So the market was a lot larger than it is now, because a lot of the cities, a lot of the counties have outlawed cannabis businesses or cannabis grows. And so also there's no dispensaries that can give you a donation for your homegrown anymore. So
Correct.
there's no
It's going to be tested to make it into the legal market now. If you sold a dispensary, it has to be tested and be obviously part of the supply chain.
But to the point of the nutrient companies and the hydroponic industry in general, it slowed down a lot, because a lot of the home growers were, using the products coming into the stores. And Veg Bloom grew quite quickly, and they were kicking butt. And then Solstice, how do you say it? Solstice? I don't know.
Summer solstice.
So okay.
Vernal and autumnal.
That was who
But
fired.
this is my opinion, that they slowed down. The company, the manufacturer said, "Hey, we need to keep the revenue up. Let's get rid of the distributor and take that extra revenue, right?" And they basically, the optics of it are, they screwed over Zach and Patrick that were running Solstice. Said they weren't doing a good enough job, which is bullshit as I see it, just because they built that company, right?
Made the relationships, put it in the position to be able to be seen by everyone on social media platforms all over the fucking world.
Yeah, and got it, hit the road, got it into stores. I mean, anyone can make a nutrient, right? But you got to get in there. Love
How
trees.
can you
Have fun.
facilitate that relationship without your
you-
people?
You got to put in the time, make those relationships with the store owners, with the people.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
and
It'll consume your whole life.
and you don't get the reward because you have a fixed price pretty much from the manufacturer, and then you have to take off, whatever you got to do to try and get it into stores, and you incentivize it. You offer discounts or.
But you're clearly
Well, you're lucky to break even for the first 2 years, and so they obviously made it past those first 2 years. They thrived.
But
Go ahead.
you're converting to selling commercially now more instead of in the stores, I'd imagine, right?
We do both currently. We do custom formulations as well, and we use our proprietary calcine mag with that, and people are successful commercially as well.
Yeah, that's going to be important. I mean, I think retail is going to continue to shrink.
I want to get your guys' honest opinion though. Let's start with the chef since you've been in the industry for a while. What's your opinion on how that went down? Is it business is business and take your lumps and move on, or where's the loyalty, right?
There is none.
There is none.
Well, I look at it like this: if good people like Zach and Chris and John, for all those guys, if they were selling anything else in the world, I'm talking fucking used cars, fucking, washing machines, they would be rich right now because there's more of a margin on that. But they were making it in the hydro industry. It makes it 10 times harder. It's so much more cutthroat. It's so much more culture, so much more things you have to know. So when you see people like that who built their entire life around building a company, and you see the, you see the way something ended like that, it's just another sign to watch out culture, because the money's really where it's at with a lot of these companies. And
Absolutely.
And I've been dealing with this like 6 times now since the Hawthorne came in.
It's not
and
going to stop, man.
It's been a wild ride, but you see it's about the way that the higher ups treat the people down. And when you see people make moves like that, it's definitely very questionable. I mean, I've been very fortunate in some corporate layoffs and in other situations, but I think at the end of the day, every decision is made in the best interest of the company now. And in their interest, cutting out their salespeople was the best interest for them. Maybe not work for some other companies, might not be the best thing for a visual culture standpoint, but for a business standpoint, it must have made sense for them. And some people are going to make money off this, and unfortunately, other people are not.
And
What you had was something. You guys had there was a huge change, a huge shift in the market. So it was a complete pivot for a lot of these guys. The retail just dried up because nobody's going to home grow on scale anymore because they can't. It's all going to.
Oh, it's coming back, dog. They listen to Heavy News Grow Show. We sell lights.
We sell lights and liters, son.
But have you ever seen the 605? On the side, there's plenty of real estate. Gorilla.
Good one, bro.
Growing.
Go ahead, finish up, Tim.
No, so it's a historic shift in the market, and it kind of happened really quick. And I think a lot of these guys weren't ready for it, and they've gotten to some situations business-wise that, like, unfortunately, unless it's in writing, unless there's some contracts that guarantees you certain things, a lot of times you're going to get beat up by the bigger guys.
So there allegedly was a contract that could be terminated by the manufacturer for performance reasons. So that's why I assume the sales were skyrocketing, and as they dipped, I don't know what happened behind the scenes, if there was warnings, if they tried to restructure, if they tried to get them to take a lower point percentage.
It was that contract basically says that we have the right to change our mind if sales change, which they did. So they're exercising that right. It's not cool. It sucks, but it's what happens in business a lot, man. If they can screw you legally, they will screw you legally, and sometimes illegally.
101.
So this is what brings us to the point of the business as well on the retail end. This has put a fracture down the middle of the hydroponic industry that there's loyalty to Zach and Patrick, and they're like, man, I would never have carried that product if I didn't know you, and I won't even buy it from there ever. I'm not going to stock it. While other people are like, listen, that sucks. That sucks, but I have a clientele that my job is to provide them the product that they need as long as I could legally get it and make it available to you at a good price, right? So, but for you guys, if you guys were shop owners, where would your division be? Would you tell them, because we know the backstory pretty much and how they did them dirty? How about for you, Amron? You own a shop. Would you have
shops.
your distribution guys if they're your friends? Because this hydroponic industry is a tight-knit industry. It's a small industry.
Super small.
The salespeople become your friends, and you're loyal to your friends at the end of the day. But also, you have to cater to what the customer wants and demands. If they're demanding this, well, you're not going to turn them away. So sales may drastically drop, but some will still come through.
I will say it would be a hell of a great time to come out with a dry fertilizer. And oh, by the way,
Right.
a couple sponsors to the show just might be coming out with some dry fertilizers too.
Well, we'll talk about all those things, but I want to finish this conversation up with your point, because you go to shops, you know the shop owners. Have you heard anything? And you don't have to put out anyone's name or their business out there, but
Everybody wants to know. Everyone wants to know if it's true. Like and everyone wants to know. Well, do you think they did a good job? Because I think everyone's sentiment is those guys kicked ass. Those guys that were out there and built the name of that company, they kicked ass. And I think if you look at the way it was, I mean, it wasn't done not tastefully at all. And I don't quote me on it, but I doubt there was any severance. I think they turned their back on them at the end of the day. And I mean, you want to talk about big business and you want to talk about the way people treat their employees. I mean, dude, look at the way Hawthorne did it. And I mean, I hate to say it like that, but dude, they lead by example. Like if you're going to do it, you don't send people and turn your back on the people who built your company. You send them out with respect, a good review, and a smile on their face.
a big check, a ranch in Northern California, a couple jets, a Lambo.
Couple vacations.
Well, and the
Classless was the way that it was handled for them. That's the way I feel like.
icing on the cake was they hit them with a cease and desist, a restraining order that they can't sell their remaining inventory.
Yeah.
No.
So
Definitely don't hit them up for the product that they can't sell you right now, because it's definitely not going to happen, air quotes and wink, wink. So don't call Zach and don't call Patrick right now, because that would definitely be like,
I think that inventory got stolen already.
Yeah, it's at Horty Chris's house. Hey, Horty, stop sniffing the veg bloom.
He's like, great, come on, bring it in my shop.
That clean stuff.
I agree, and I think as a businessman, as shop owners, you have to be on the point. Like, that does suck, and maybe you don't push customers to it, but if you have customers and you don't have a viable replacement right now, you still have to stock what people want, especially in this marketplace, like Tim pointed out, being slower and whatnot. You're scrapping for every dollar right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, straight up. Let's talk some grow. We got callers waiting. Alex, you have a question about nutrients.
Oh, yeah. Hey, how's it going, guys?
What's growing on tonight?
Yeah, I agree on that, too, with the whole business thing. Like, when people come in, you definitely should just help them out and let them, like, guide them when it comes to their path, let them kind of choose, just give them the right advice, you got a point there.
And don't build a company for someone without a firm contract that protects you in the end of it.
I'm all about build it up, smash that guy, and continue on to thrive.
That's your MO.
Yeah.
we might have a gig for you. Just yet, tough.
Yeah, so my question today is mostly, like, it's a grow question. I'm right now growing a couple plants. They're in veg state. I'm giving them, like, the Micro Grow Bloom 3-part kit from Advanced Nutrients, I think. And I started giving them, like,
Stuff rocks.
Epsom salt for the magnesium. And I don't know if I should be adding calcium to that, because the magnesium, I don't know if it's taken away. They look fine, but should I just ditch the Epsom salts and go with, like, a CalMag supplement instead?
You're in a hydroponic system?
In cocoa, sorry. I'm growing in cocoa.
You definitely need to be using calcium in cocoa. With the way that the molecules exchange, that's why calcium becomes deficient. And if you put it in, you also need a nutrient that has less potassium, because the potassium will push out the extra calcium, and you have to keep replenishing it. But, yeah, I wouldn't be using Epsom salt for my magnesium right now. I would use something that had them both, that was specifically made for plants.
So our Cal-Si Mag was designed specifically when we're doing our research and development for the brand. It carries a magnesium acetate, which is going to be most bioavailable. It also is going to have the characteristics of dropping your pH and keeping it within a usable pH standard. So it's going to work perfectly with your pre-existing feed schedule. Also, while giving you a viable source of silica.
For other growers, maybe guys that are in the soil, large pots that are mixing some Epsom salt in, or you're just trying to have a little bit of supplemental in your water, not a big problem. But cocoa is a hydroponic method, so you want the most readily available, quantifiable amount of calcium and magnesium, something that's made for plants. Like I said, you don't want to just be saying a teaspoon of Epsom salt makes the plant grow better. Here we go. If the Epsom salt you think is working well, you should try something like Cal-Si Mag. At the very least, get something like a CalMag Plus or a Cali Magic in there. And, dude, I booed when you said advanced nutrients, and there's other reasons for that, but they basically copied that 3-part off the innovators at General Hydroponics. And it's like, why go with the imitator if you can go with the original at, the same price or even a better price? I would go with the people that made the original product and make it happen now.
You say this, we're so fucking proud of you.
Yeah, respect on that. Yeah, I definitely am all for paying tribute and to the originators and stuff like that. I just didn't.
Did
know
he
that, so
mention
thanks
that
for the heads
3-part's
up on
been
that
to
one.
space? The only product in the nutrient industry that's been to the space station? If it's good enough for space weed, it's good enough for your weed.
Are you guys
bro.
growing
Did it
those,
give the
those
astronauts
plants on the
herpes?
dark side of the moon? No, it gave the plant the HPV. Did you see Dark Heart Nursery identified plant HPV?
Oh, damn.
And we're going to talk about that too. But
Can't
for
believe
sure,
that
you need to use a
shit.
calcium magnesium supplement.
Send him a go box.
If you already just using magnesium, you can go get some raw calcium, but why do it when you can have it in the right proportions? Get something like the Cal Mag Plus or something like the Cal Sci Mag. In fact, did you bring anything you want to send out?
We brought out 6 sets of our all-new performance powders. So they're stage specific. Veg and Vigor. We have Bloom Genius and we have Fruit and Finish, and those pair up perfectly with the Cal Sci Mag.
Okay, and you can go to your local hydro shop and ask for the Cal Sci Mag or get the Cal Mag Plus. But the Cal Sci Mag has a little extra in it, right, with the salicylic acid.
It's going to have a humic. It's going to have the magnesium, a chelated iron source, calcium component. And did I tell you that we just received our patent?
No, tell me
officially?
more.
Yeah.
Bro, did you
Last
just
month
receive
on the
a patent?
12th. Yes, officially. We have
Hold
a
on, let me do
patent
my
on the
Keanu
Cal Sci-
Reeves.
What?
Yeah.
But wait, there's more.
Right. So foliar spray, roots, it's all purpose, hydroponic and soil.
Nice.
What is it?
Nice.
All right, then, there we go. Hey, man, you get hooked up.
Cerritos Hydro.
Nice. And check it out. I'm going to send you some smart pots as well, the patented fabric pot, the one that I always use, the only fabric pot I use. And with Coco being a Coco ninja myself, I think you'll be stoked on all those things that you're going to get. And I believe Cerritos is a client of Love Trees.
Yeah, that place doesn't suck.
Right, Emron?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You guys are one of our flagship stores in Southern California.
Oh, we're flying the flag high. We love trees, dog.
All day.
Yeah.
All right, Alex, thanks for calling
All
in,
right.
man. Stay safe.
Thanks,
Talk
man. Have a good one.
to Javon. He's going to get all your information.
Javon!
Yeah. Yo. Hey, 562-653-0707. I got to take a whiz real quick. We're going to come back and talk about that plant HPV and how Dud Heart Nursery has been passing this shit around. You know they gave me those clones for the fucking grow off? And I swear to God, they started flowering the fucking veg and they started spitting out one leaf. I got a whole rant about
Fucking
this.
Monsanto, bro.
Fucktards of the week coming right up on Heavy T's Grow Show. DFC Radio.
Monsanto ate my cereal.
.com.
7-7 L code, riding down the west coast. Candy paint dripping cause I just got a fresh coat. California raised me, an LA baby. The Chevrolet raisin, scraped in on Dayton's, riding down Rosecrans. Get with the program, call me the drone man, the hydros potens. Got your eyes low, lower than the ocean. Just west coasting through the coast with the potion and the best dro to smoke. The baddest bitches, girls in bikinis with ass and titties. The hustle game easy, you just can't believe till you see me on TV. Drive down the wrong street, might see the tech smoke. Hop in the ride and let's go to the west coast. This life is like a movie. You meet a model bitch, then you fuck her like a groupie.
Raised. Second son to Easy E, so don't be amazed. Same nigga, same flow, same mind frame. I'm all about the loot cheap. Fuck minimum wage, cruising through these Cali streets, smoking on this OG. Cash rules everything around me, I need more cream. West Coast, get it in. What the fuck you think? Saying I'm riding with you, really though, this money in the bank. E3 hotter than the California forecast. Burning up these tracks, nigga, I need more cash. Yeah, I'm a bona fide hustler. Fuck with my family of cash and I'ma cut ya. Real G's get it, that's only the obvious. bias go against us, you know you facing the consequence. I love my state, but I really hate the politics. Better keep stepping, buddy boy, in the pile of shit. Yeah, in a pile of shit. E3, get it in, nigga, I'm live as shit. 3, 2, 1.
What else can I say? California A in the county of LA. Just me and Mary J. As the world keeps spinning like gold 100 spokes, engine running, Chevy gunning down the coast. Just let it roll. Who doesn't love to see a 6-4 hop down the block, banging Easy E and Pop? Motherfuck the cops. I drove in my ride, but I ain't even tripping. It was another summer night and about to get the dipping. California A got some beautiful women. Gotta see it for yourself. It's such a beautiful vision. Palm trees, palm weed. Won't you ride with me? West Coast in, floating through these Cali streets, cruising down the boulevard in the late night. Sunset to the daylight, we take flight. Lights, camera, action, fast cars and jewelry, models and groupies. We filming a movie. It's a motion picture. Everybody's a celebrity. Won't you take a picture? It's a motion picture. Everybody's a celebrity. Won't you take a picture? Latin girls, Asians, black girls, Jamaicans, white girls, they all on vacation. Pop another bottle, yeah, we buy 'em by the cases and we spinning big faces.
DFZRadio.com.
You are listening to the Heavy Tea Grow Show. Call in right now, 562-653-0707 for your chance to talk to Heavy Tea, Horty Chris, or Dr. Duffman. Killing it.
So you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
Dr. Duffman here. Wanted to talk to you about what I wish I had in my garden. And that, my friends, is a Nanolux double-ended fixture, which is leading the industry as I speak in double-ended technology. I will no longer need 10 150-watt lights to cover my 5x5 area. With just one double-ended fixture from Nanolux, I can cover that area. Also, no more need for that pesky Rooster timer of mine that goes off at all kinds of random hours. With Nanolux's fixture, it comes NCCS ready, meaning I can control it on my computer. So if you're like me and your lighting situation sucks, then upgrade to Nanolux's double-ended fixtures today, and don't be a duff man. For more information on Nanolux, check them out at nanoluxtech.com. That's NANOLUXTECH.com.
Dilly Heavy Tea Grow Show. But dilly dee.
Yo, Kelly, pass me that blunt. You feel me? Mm-hmm.
Big cities need a fast-paced life to grow. And in my fast-paced garden, I use the Big City Hydro Mix. It's available in bulk anywhere in California, organic certified, and made with calcium buffered cocoa. With a consistent pH, it works well with all container gardens and conventional feeding programs. Check with your local grow store for bags.
Check us out at bulksoil.com.
Hey guys, it's Heavy Tea. As a longtime cultivator in both small and large gardens, both indoor and in greenhouses, I know the number one factor for being successful is to maintain an ideal environment and optimize my airflow. That is why I use and recommend Fantech controllers and EC fans. As the original inventors of the inline fan way back in 1974, Fantech uses the highest quality German motors and has revolutionary impeller technology. The EC fan creates the most efficient and powerful airstream of any fan in its class. And with the new Aeolus controller, maintaining the ideal environment has never been more simple. The Aeolus, with a variety of modes, allows me to control my exhaust and intake fans along with my dampeners from one easy to set up and use interface. And with the two expandable channels, I can maintain temperature set points in two separate spaces. So whether you're a hobbyist in your garage or a commercial greenhouse grower, it's simple. Use what the pros use. Use the Fantech EC fan and Aeolus controller. And if you're a retailer, contact Rambridge, Savant Plant Tech, or Garden Rebels Distribution and order yours today. Fan and controller sold separately.
Hey, I'm in the zone. Dude, this shit is
Have you ever been interested in gardening with dry fertilizers? Well, you're not the only one, and let me tell you about Vermicrop Organics and their line of organic dry fertilizers. Healthy plants with a simple 4-step process. Step 1. Just measure out a half teaspoon per gallon of soil or 2 cups per 12 square feet of soil surface area. Step 2. Apply evenly to the soil surface. Step 3. Blend into the top layer of soil to avoid caking. Step 4. Water thoroughly. And that's it, simple as that. Great for vegetables, fruits, flowers, potted plants, trees, shrubs, annuals, and perennials. It's Vermicrop Organics VermiVeg 744. Along with the VermiBloom and PK Boost, you will have a complete line of organic nutrients and a garden that will thank you with a great harvest. Looking for an even simpler way? Then check out the Vermiall 666. This game-changing mix is formulated for all stages of growth in the fast-paced garden of champion vegetable and flower growers. And check out the Vermi-Bat Guano Fertilizer and the Vermi-Blood Blood Meal Fertilizer for feeding oversized, nitrogen-hungry plants. Learn more at vermicrop.com. That's vermicrop.com.
That's Horty's Pimpin' 101.
Launch crew, ready to reservoir.
What's the load factor, sir?
Bring in the Riser Blast liquid at 2 mils per gallon.
Okay, sir. We are loaded and ready to launch.
10, 9.
Okay, men. It's time to blast off into the plant's root zone and into another galaxy of root growth.
Rhizoblast is a proprietary blend of seaweed and the single-celled algae chlorella. Chlorella's abundance of amino acids and minerals contribute to its value in hydroponics. The benefits used in Rhizoblast are explosive root growth, the use with any growing medium or hydro system, its ideal use for transplanting, and the enhancement in your plant vigor in fast-flowering plants. Let your plants have a blast and see a world of a difference with Rhizoblast from Botanicare. Check it out at www.botanicare.com.
DFCRadio.com.
If I'm rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt. If I'm rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt. Rest in peace, Bob Marley. My blunt got a cold cut, Steve Harvey. I catch the bugs with my glove, Steve Garvey. Quick to roll in the club, cause we party. They asking where the bomb at, cause everybody in the club smell that. It's breeze, get loaded TV, smoke about a pound every day of the week. Roll so fast you didn't see him coming your way. Turned around and there was a blunt up in your face. You must have thought that I was finished. The breeze is never stingy with the spinach. Rolling up some trees. You can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt. If I'm rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt.
I love the stickiest weed, cause I'm a Cali baby. Started from that chocolate tie from them early 80s. Now it's OG, a perfect mix with my OE. The shot of lean had a G moving slowly. Apparently, you ain't never smoked like me. Load these switches up like they was some magazines. I got some bad bitches rolling up blunts for me. Hop in the rotation, true story you can see. Even your bitch eyeballing wanna hit the tree. Smoking on weed, living life with my homie Breeze. I got that green thumb, I grow my own fucking weed. And if I got some problems, I'm hitting heavy tea.
Rolling up some trees. You can smoke with me. I like the blunt. I like the blunt. If I'm rolling up some trees, you can smoke with me. I like the blunt.
Yo, what is? We know Callie likes the blunt. Oh, Marcos Pollos just showed up. Welcome to the show, Marcos. Kick Javon off there. He keeps hanging up on our callers.
We have callers. I want to talk to somebody.
You could go live on Instagram and talk to the one person that tunes in.
Jimmy 3. I'll have you know I have more talent in my pinky
than Duff has in his whole body. I agree. Hey, let's give you an opportunity to say something.
Oh, yeah, let's just do that.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, guy.
Hi, my name's Duff, and I'm a bath saltaholic.
Come on.
Hi, I'm Duff, and I have a lot of powders for you to buy. But I import mine from the best place on earth, Colombia. Yeah, I get those dry solubles imported from Colombia. So get my stuff. It's called Duff,
It's called
Fluff,
Nosebleed.
Larf. That's right. All three stages, Duff, Luff, and Larf.
It's got to be
You
two.
start with the Duff.
Duff,
You go
Fluff,
to the
and Larf.
Duff, Muff, Larf.
I
What
think
did
Fluff and Larf would be a
Duff,
good
Fluff,
one.
and Larf. That's what I said. You're fucking my shit up. God damn it! I'm trying to sell stuff here, Gina.
All right. Sorry. Keep going. Sell it.
You know what? You know what?
Hawthorne's
Duff,
looking to pick it up.
Fluff, and Larf. It's a 3-part product. You use it in your veg. You use it in the middle. The Larf is the vegetative transfer for the flowering, and you finish it off with the Larf or whatever I said. That's right. That 3-part. The Duff, Fluff, and then Larf. You do it with the Duff, then you Fluff, and then you Larf. Boom! 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 Plants are looking like that.
How many booms?
3 booms! For every phase.
Oh, that's great. I love you, Dr. Duff, man. Dr. Duff is so funny. He knows a guy that works at a very legit dispensary chain. They're all over.
Barely know him. Don't know who he is. I don't know who you're talking about. Fucking crank call!
He starts
Crank
getting all
fucking
noted
call!
out because he knows a
Don't
guy
know
that works as
anybody.
a bud tender there. And he's like, yeah,
Don't
bro,
know this
I hope this
dude.
guy's being quiet because this guy comes to smoke herb with me, and I hope he's not telling them, like, I produce this herb and trying to get me to be their head grower. I'm like, yeah, Duff, off your one light. Yeah, they're going to take you in there and run their 1,200 lights that they have in L.A. alone.
I already
And
got a spot over here.
I'm like, Duff, do you even know how to use a dosatron? He's like, I can YouTube it.
That's my head grower.
I am.
Personal.
Dosatrons are surprisingly
I am.
intuitive. Everybody
One
looks
plant,
like
good
they're
for me.
really fucking
One-
intimidating, but I mean, it doesn't take a fucking.
1 plant per warehouse.
They made them for stoners too.
Yeah,
like
it's dummy
In
proof.
a 1 gallon
they made
pot.
them for fucking stoners.
An air pot.
Lots of air
The
movement.
real thing is how fools just forget to change out their fucking and maintenance them and shit.
Yeah.
That's the real problem.
Yeah, you just got to be on top
keep
of
it clean, you know?
Keep it clean.
Which Duff knows nothing about.
No.
I bathe my rooms with soap.
And Dr.
Okay? Hippie
Duff,
soap.
you don't have to yell. That's a microphone. It amplifies your voice.
I wanted him to hear me.
Okay. But Duff is the
I'm
guy that
serious.
he never says, like, I got 2 pounds of light or 3 pounds of light, right? He's like,
Nope.
I got a QP a plant. I'm like, how many plants you got under that light? 1. Well, that's really good, man. Those Gavitas are paying off.
Never did a final way out. Never finished trimming. Sits in a shoebox
It's
underneath
very-
the bed. Still,
It's very craft, man. Very craft. It's
as
very
it
small
goes.
batch. Small batch.
He's smiling at me because he fucking knows.
The trick,
The craft cultivator.
the trick to get more weight is to sell it when it's wet. Oh, Dr. Duff here.
Right before it dries way too far out
Oh my
and
god.
turns into hay.
Hey,
My
Duff,
shit is wet. Take it to the head.
Dwight said you suck at growing.
Who said?
Dwight.
Dwight who?
Dwight shit on your plants.
Good one. All right, 562-653-0707. Enough jokes.
Fucking fuck up Dwight later.
All right, take it easy. You will.
Oh, brother.
Hey, I'm gonna use this Eagle 20. What do you think about that? I'm gonna buy some Procytic, some Eagle 20.
fucking show 'em what this
some
haircut's
Green Clean.
about.
No, Duff, just vaporize sulfur. I don't know. Is it gonna burn down my house? No, you're all good. What about my wife? Is she gonna be sick? I'm like, maybe. She's always sick. But let's do this. Oh, hey, Dr. Duff here, Manny.
He did a lot of work there, T.
I know. Manny.
Feels like a pirate.
What's going on?
What's going on? Arr, matey. Walk the
How you
planks.
guys doing?
Good. What's going on?
Dude,
So I had a question about mainlining and flux. What are the benefits of it? Why do you even do it? It's like a new grower, so I'm researching a lot, and I came up on mainlining and fluxing, and it looked interesting. The way the stem grew in like a T shape, and I was just wondering what the benefits for that would be, or why even do it.
You guys
I've never split a plant into a T in my life. I've only trained a plant to grow through a scrog system and through some netting. So it's a little bit different for me to grow it like a vine. I've seen plants where like they didn't want them to get tall, so they just let the plants grow in a vine in their garden. And it's a weird thing to see when you see cannabis grown like that. So to see to see the tea like that, I just don't think it's going to get you maximum yield. If you're trying to achieve maximum yield, that's not going to be the best.
the
way
idea
to
to
do it.
I've seen that technique the most in mothers. So if you want to keep a mother for a long period of time, you're going to want to keep it low. Then you could use that technique and be successful.
And training and pruning is a healthy thing to do to a plant. And with cannabis plants, you're trying to, since you're indoors or outdoors, if you're trying to fill a space, you want to fill it with plant material. So you want to spread it out, doing it symmetrically and nice and even, like you're talking about. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but I'm trying to fill larger areas where, of course, I will top a plant, so my colas will be all about the same height, and I'll de-leaf and Patrick Swayze it and trim the legs up and all those good things. But I'm not taking the extra effort to tie each branch down in a specific pattern and get something looking
Well,
like
and that's just what it is,
like
too.
a baby back rib pattern on my
For
cannabis.
for your plant, it's extra effort, but you're giving your plant, it has to work harder, and it's going to take longer to veg. It's going to take longer to finish. So go ahead.
Isn't the idea that stressing the plant sometimes gets you better yields and better?
I mean, fucking in grapes, yeah, but like
I stress the shit out of my plants.
But like in the cannabis, there's inducing certain stress factors. So good stresses, are like late bloom, no B vitamin, pushing the phosphorus, potassium, and triggering the ripening process. Bad stresses are like nutrient lockout, heavy in the pH. So you're going to get drastic results in different directions when you do.
I'm talking about actually fucking with the plant, where you're bending it, and
yeah.
people do that and say that the stressing the plant somehow pushes the growth.
I go in there and say, you got an exam due tomorrow. We got a pop quiz going on right now.
Thanks
I
for
stress my
clarifying
plants
that,
out.
Tim. Sorry.
Well, I've heard that. I don't know.
Quiz going on. The plant's like, oh no.
Yeah, we got pop quiz test. Here comes the test.
You're not getting any nutrients.
Scream,
None.
right? I'm like, what's the pH? You're supposed to be a bitch. And I go in there, no answer. No answer, hon. No answer. Is that how we're going to play it?
You want to stress a plant out, go in and tell it that you missed your period.
And then and then I go, one plant at a time, and I slap them.
So
good
my
job.
if I want to stress my plants out, I just play Republican talk radio.
I've been popping the top.
I grow that Donald Trump OG.
Play some Jeff Sessions for him.
Yeah.
Is it orange?
So, but
Orange
I mean,
hair.
smaller areas, trying to get the most out of it, Manny. That's what the idea is. That you want to fill the entire area up with.
He gave up on us. He wasn't even
Fuck this guy.
Yeah, because Duff is yelling like an asshole.
And he's a quitter.
But filling the entire area with a nice level canopy is a good idea. You want to grow all tops where you have the main colas. You don't have to use a flux or main lining to do that necessarily. You can use a scrog, a net, and bend and twist and push it through where everything's on a nice level, receiving equal amount of light. So you could tie down the branches like you do in those techniques, but I prefer just to put out a net, and as it grows through the net, I'll push it back in, and it spreads out the same way where every flower becomes a top, and you're just left with a nice big mat of nugs. And if you see most commercial grows, that's how they'll do it as well on a bigger scale. You don't see mainlining or fluxing in commercial style grows, and is for the main point is it's
How
a
many
lot
times
more
have you
labor.
got this question?
It's all about a good old-fashioned shake. Just shake the hell out
I
of
don't
your
know, I've been
plant,
doing
let
this
it
for
come
10
back
years.
naturally. It's going to show you how it wants to open up.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. That's what I was talking about.
All right. Hey, Manny, I'm going to hook you up with something, dude. If they got your, I'm going to send you a swag pack if they have your info out there. I'm sure they do. The screener's got your stuff. We got Romeo in Stockton. What's growing on?
209 in this motherfucker.
Yeah, 209.
How's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm just here figuring out how to do this and trying to find out what kind of nutrients to use.
Love trees.
I think I have my plants locked up. This is like my second time growing.
Okay, first off, what grow medium are you in?
Sunshine number 4.
Okay, and why do you think it's locked up? What are you giving it?
I don't know. I see a lot of white stuff on the bottom. Like it could be salt buildup. I guess I don't know. Maybe the plants got stunted. I mean.
Okay,
like
wait,
I said,
stop.
this is my second
You
time.
see a lot of white stuff where?
On the bottom of the pots.
My nose.
What type of pot?
They're little the plastic pots.
Yeah, how big a pot?
5 gallons.
Yeah, how big a plant?
38.
38. How long have you been growing it? That will help me out with the root zone.
Like my second time.
No, how many weeks has that plant been in that pot?
Probably this one's probably like going into 3 weeks.
3 weeks, and are you checking your pH?
No, to be honest, no.
Okay, and give me the symptoms of what the leaves look like.
The leaves, what do they look like? Like the tips are like the tips of them are starting to turn brown.
And that's it? Are you getting any curling of them, where it's curling down or it's witch toeing
They're
up?
like curling down, yes, sir.
Okay, and is the pot staying nice and wet too long?
Yeah, I think they're heavy as hell.
Can I get a purple stem for 5?
I bet they don't dry out, do they?
No, they
Okay.
don't.
Okay.
You gotta get a hair dryer on.
Dude, you just hit bingo.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, you're probably overwatering, and what you're doing is rotting out the root zone, which can lead to, may seem like a lockout, but what happens is the roots rot, and of course it can't take up the nutrients, so it starts building up in your peat base, sunshine number 4, and you can have a buildup, and as those salts build up, it's going to fuck up the pH even more of your grow medium, where it's going to drop it really, really low and create an acidic environment for the roots to grow in. What you need to do is take some type of root stimulant. I really like House & Garden's Roots Accelerator. You could use that at 1 ml per gallon, maybe even a compost tea, and flush those things heavy through. On a 5 gallon, put at least a gallon through them, even though they're wet, and let them dry completely out. They're going to seem like it might be a week. It might be a week and a half, but you have to let it dry out so the root zone starts searching out water and regenerates. You're not going to get any above soil line growth until the below soil line growth start to bounce back. I say the compost tea because adding some more biology. Who's Darth Vader? Is that you, Emron? Or is that
turned his head so fast.
He's like, what? He's talking
the air's not so good in
Cali
Visalia.
breezing it over here.
So,
The thing is, too, is, like I moved a couple of pots around, and it does smell kind of funny, dude. Like, wow.
Oh
like,
yeah, you're rotting your roots out. You're rotting your roots out. That's what's happening.
His favorite thing to do is water.
Okay, so you are locked out per se because the plant can't take up any nutrients. In the sunshine number 4, you pretty much water with nutrient every single time. As the plant starts to show new growth, the old growth is probably not going to recuperate very much. But as the plant shows new growth, look for indications that you're back on track. The leaf should not be deformed, shouldn't be wrinkly or going down. Where the leaf connects to the stalk, You want it to be like celery if you go take a leaf off, where it's nice and crisp. That's lets you know the plant's actually taking up the water. If you go take a leaf off right now, I bet you it's almost like a soft tissue that just kind of junk, right? And that's because the plant can't take up the water as well.
Exactly.
And the plant is a big
You're right.
hydraulic that has to be the liquid inside that hydraulic is the water. That's what makes it nice and taut. And if that is unable to go up, then you have this soft kind of stunted tissue that is no bueno at all.
It's like a limp dick.
So you need to do a flush basically, but in Sunshine number 4, you're not going to use a clearing agent like Fluoroclean or Clearex. You're going to use a root stimulant like Rapid Start, Rhizoblast, Roots Accelerator,
It's gonna make that boner.
Start R, and add some biology through a compost tea. You could get a ready-to-go bottled compost tea so you don't have to brew anything up and buy too many ingredients, and like Pure Blend tea. And you use that, do 1 gallon, mix it up appropriately in the right quantities, make your pH about 6.5, right, and put a gallon through every 5-gallon pot. And then even go ahead, if you have fans that you could put on there and direct at that grow medium to help it dry out quicker.
Hair dryer.
As the biology and those biostimulants start regenerating the root, they're going to need to dry out so the root searches out water. If they just sit in water, they're going to rot, right? You understand? It's just like if you put your feet in a puddle and stood in that puddle for a few days, your feet are going to rot and fall off. That's what's happening to your roots.
If you're stupid.
Yeah. That's a good analogy, don't you think, Emron?
So I got a question.
You're 100% correct.
Darth Emron.
What is a good nutrient line to use? You know, because like I said, this is my second time. The first time I used Grow More.
Well, okay, Grow More is nothing wrong with
Maybe
the
you
thing
should
about
water less.
The thing about nutrients, like I could probably go into the hydro shop and I've used all these nutrients. I could pick anyone off the shelf and drive it, right? It's not about the race car. If the nutrients were a race car, it's about the driver. There's only so many elements that you have on the periodic table, so many ways that a plant can take things up. And so you do get into raw materials and the better ones, but for the most part, a good grower can take most nutrient lines or even raw salts or organics and know what to add to them. Yep. A real simple one to use is the Love Trees that Emron, I'm sure, would be more than happy to let you try out once your plants get healthy, because he don't want to hear about your unhealthy plants on the Love Trees.
I disagree.
Veg Bloom is a real easy quality line to use, or even like a 3-part GH. But with the Sunshine number 4, you can use organic materials. It's not like a recirculating hydroponic system where those organics become really nasty in your reservoir and they start breaking down and become a catalyst for disease. In a drain to waste, Sunshine number 4, cocoa mix, you can add full strength nutrients each and every time, and it grows like a hydroponic method.
You know what?
What about a foliar spray when his roots are down?
That will help bring up some of the nutrition and get it in there. I wouldn't mind doing that if he already has flowers, though. You know, flowers are little bundles of water themselves, and if you spray them, it could lead to bud rot and bud mold. So I would be wary of that. I would focus on the problem of trying to regenerate the root zone.
I've tried.
And if you're not into flower, don't put them into flower until they show new healthy growth.
Okay.
All right, and get into a smart pot. Get out of the fabric pots. I'm going to send you some smart pots, but go to your local hydro shop and get some fabric pots. It's a way healthier for the plant. It helps root prune, and it helps prevent root rot because it allows the air to flow through the sides. And that oxygen is a benefit to the root, and it's also a pathogen killer.
You know, I disagree. If anything happens to your plants, it's definitely the nutrient company, and you need to send them an email and tell them what the fuck the problem is.
And tell them Dr. Duff sent you.
Yeah.
I would just add some probiotics beforehand before you ever get in this situation.
So what nutrients line do you use?
We recommend Love Trees.
Yeah, right now.
Genius PKs actually has a bacillus microbe that is now going to be listed on the label, and that'll kind of help you get out of this situation ever before it ever happens. So it's like crop insurance for your roots.
For my large greenhouse grows, I use powders. I really liked Veg Bloom last season. I've used my own powders before where I've actually mixed raw salts. For a smaller grow, for a home grower, go with the liquids. They're more forgiving. If you add a little extra, it's not going to kill your plant, whereas if you add a little extra powder, it's so concentrated, it could frizzle fry your plant. I like a 2-part bio-mineral style grow, and I'm going to have to say, guys, but I still like tried and true mills. And I got a little bit of leaning that way, but real easy to use in a smaller grow if you're mixing up 5 to 10 gallons at a time. But the love trees, I'm anxious to try it because Emron is hooking me up too. He said, T, I want your stamp of approval on these. And this dude ain't fucking around. He brought me a ton of it that I'm going to put to use. Follow Heavy T Grow Show on Instagram. You can see what it's all about. You want to send him some of that for him to try?
We'll send him some of the powders. And T, how long have you been using the Calisci mag in your garden?
Oh, shit, since this came out? Since you gave me that gallon for free, and now I got to buy it? What's up with that?
Yeah, I've been buying it for years now.
Sponsor my grow, dog.
First one's free.
Yeah, the first one was free. Now I'm hooked.
Drug dealing 101. The first one's on me. The next one's on you.
So, you pick up the Calisci mag, I'll give you the powders for free, you know?
Forget about it. We're going to wheel and deal this.
Tell him about what he's getting with
free
the...
or what?
Tell him about the love trees, what he's getting.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
so
see,
with this care package, we're going to go ahead and send you our patented Cal-SI mag. That is going to be the calcium component of the whole program. Then we're also going to send you the Veg and Vigor, the new Bloom Genius powder with kelp, humic, and fulvic acid, and 18 amino acids.
Don't say.
And we're also going to send you that new fruit and finish powder.
And tell him I'm going to send him some smart pots, too.
Smart pots and a Love Trees hat. You're getting it all.
Okay.
And what?
Going down in style.
Oh, you know what else I'm going to send him? I'm going to send him some green pads, too. What about that?
Yeah,
you got?
see?
Oh, you ran out of stuff to give out? I still got more.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to give him some of Dr. Duff's human manure.
Oh, that's great.
I'm going to send him a
Human manure?
nice age turd. It's coming your way.
But are you
For
vegan?
veg or blue?
Yeah, for both.
When you get the green pads that I'm sending out, you hang them up, give them a squirt, let the CO2 come down. The plants need the CO2. It speeds up photosynthesis.
Squirt.
But don't put them up till your plants become healthy. CO2 is only beneficial when your plants are healthy. If they're sick, it's a waste of time, waste of money.
Dude, slow down your water.
Cool.
Yeah, not so much water.
Lay off the hose, bro.
Hey,
Thank you guys. I really appreciate it, man.
Romeo, easy way to know when to water. Go stick your finger down into that grow medium. If it's cool and moist, you don't have to water. Wait till it's warm and dry. Also, after you do your flush, feel how heavy it is, and you can feel the weight of the plant. It will become so light compared to when it's soaking wet. That's how you know when to water.
What store you shop at?
Hydro Brothers.
There you go. What's
Hydro
up,
Bros. So Hydro Bros is a sales partner with the Love Trees family. So you can go ahead and pick up your Love Trees at Hydro Bros.
There you go. All right,
Thank you guys so much.
Romeo.
I really appreciate the advice, too.
Grow weed every day.
Hey, but try just putting the tip in. It's very sensitive. You'll know really what right away.
Dr. Duff, you are on fire. 562-653-07.
You should try it.
07. Kelly from Michigan. What's going on tonight, Kelly?
Hello. I was hoping to get another opinion on how much ventilation to add or AC to add before summertime.
At least a hurricane level.
Well, I got a Vortex fan that's on 2/3 speed currently and clears the room in 1.6 minutes. And I have 2 kilowatts of lights currently, but I'm looking to go up to 3.2 kilowatts by next year.
What is your CFM on that Vortex?
745.
You'll be fine going up to 3.2. The rule of thumb is basically 200 CFM per light, right? The faster you move, the better you're going to exhaust the heat. The problem is, Kelly, is during the summer, if you have a hot-ass summer, you're never going to get it cooler than what the temperature is outdoors, right? And so you need to add some type of HVAC, and that's what most growers do. It's called controlled environment agriculture, where we turn off our fans as far as exchanging the air, and we keep everything contained, and we infuse CO2 and AC. The main reasons for moving the air out and into the room are for lower temperatures and to replenish the CO2. So if we're able to do that through our air conditioning and a CO2 generator like the green pads or a CO2 tank or a CO2 burner, then you can close it up. You can still use your fans to run charcoal filters, move the air around because you want air movement, right? Ideally, you want it 75 to 80, 82 degrees and about 50% relative humidity with a nice breeze, and all the plants are going to thrive in that area. So you could do your fan right now and about 200 CFM per light. You already got that. You're cool. If you get 100 degrees during the summer outside, it's going to be that hot in your garden, and the plants aren't going to like it. You're going to have way diminished yields. So get an air conditioner at that point. You got 2 or 3 months till that occurs. If you can't make the investment now on an air conditioner, get through a grow, donate some of your flowers or your tomatoes to your friends and see if they're willing to give you a donation and go get your AC.
Booyah! Alrighty.
Got it? Got anything to add, Jeff?
How many watts were you using?
2,000.
2,000 currently, but going up to 3,200 next year.
Yeah.
I like the metric system. He tried to throw us off with the metric system.
I was looking at you with cross eyes like,
Kelly might be a Canadian transplant. Did you grow up in Canada?
My family's Canadian.
Hey, I'm on fire too.
Had him teaching you that math and shit.
I didn't drink very much before the show. I had my kids.
Who would have thought?
Oh goodness!
Right on, yeah. Stand-up unit, bro. Well done,
Kelly. Let's see
wish
what
you much success.
What do we have for Kelly that we can send out? Kelly, do you mix up your reservoirs and do a ppm or pH test?
Well, the two lights were going to be added for having hydro systems underneath.
Okay, so you're going to need to check that pH and ppm. I'm going to help you out with the EC and parts per million. I'm going to send you a truncheon meter from Blue Lab, $135 value, dude. That's one of our grand prizes to give out. But the first caller from Michigan tonight, I want you to have it. It's never needs to calibrate. It's the workhorse of the hydro industry. Go to bluelab.com, learn all about their products. Best pH pens, best TDS pins on the market. I really appreciate you calling in, Kelly.
Great, thank you.
All right, grow weed every day. 562-653-0707. We got more callers.
What if you had Canadian parents?
What about it?
What if?
What if you did? I don't
Would
know.
that not make you Canadian too?
No, if you're born here, wouldn't you be American?
By Canadians, though? He's got dual citizenship. Oh, that lucky fucker, Kelly.
Hey, I bet you say you're Irish, right? Go to Ireland and tell them you're Irish, see what they feel about that. You're American, motherfucker. 562-653-0707. We got to pay the bills. We're taking more calls. We're coming back with Tim. The edibles are kicking in. He said, I need to talk to you before these edibles kick in anymore. I'm about to give you free rent at the Canna-hub Real Estate, so we'll wait a minute.
Emron.
It's Heavy T on DFCRadio.com.
Side diesel in my blunt, no drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blunt, no drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it up. Crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blood, my blank. Purple drink up in my cup. Crank it up, crank it on up. On SD. Got me smoking the bass, no stress cheese. Now hold up, now roll up. Check the situation, about to go nuts. With a little bit of perp up in my cup. You could tell the bartender to fill it on up. That's alright, baby, work your stuff. And that's all night, baby, work your strut. You and your friends can ride when I go. Take a little spin in my Monte Carlo. Take a little dip, baby, show you how I roll. Take a little hit, baby, puff on the hydro. Eyes so lit, make me look like my eyes closed. Purple drink mix, make me look like my eyes glow. Hypno Grey Goose with a little grape juice. That's how it is, so I'ma have to take some diesel in my blunt. Purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blunt. Purple drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it up. Crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blood, my blank. Purple drink up in my cup. Crank it up, crank it on up. It's the ADX team with no dot in between. And we stay fresh and clean when we hop on the scene. And we style on them, profile on them. If they wanna act crazy, then we wild on them. It's the S to the T and that Cambo G. Either Maserati blue or the Lambo green. And that Chevrolet mean when it drop on the street. Either hating on you or they hating on me. And it's shaved up, raised up. Drop it to the flow, got them blades to stay tough. And the candy on the bike, same color as sour. Catch me on the site 100 miles per hour. This is my life, so this ain't ours. So I stay tight, so this is power. With the ADX team, you can call us some brave hearts. Sour diesel trees, you can call it the trademark. Diesel in my blunt. drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my blood, I will drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it up. Crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blood, my brain. Purple drink up in my cup. Crank it up, crank it on up. West Coast, crank it on up. East Coast, crank it on up. Midwest, crank it on up. Down south, crank it on up. Yeah, crank it up, crank it up. Sour diesel up in my blood, my brain. Purple drink up in my cup. Crank it up, crank it on up.
Yeah, ST, DJ Dale, Big Bell, Killer P, Chino with the OE, it's the ADX team. 562 Mob.
DFCRadio.com.
Hey, I'm in the zone.
Dude, Coming to grips with measuring pH is a fundamental part of ensuring a successful crop. Of course, having the right nutrient mix is important, but without a slightly acidic pH level, plants won't receive optimal benefits from the nutrients supplied. Blue Lab has a range of pH measurement tools available to help both the commercial and small-scale growers. These include the Blue Lab Guardian Monitor, the Blue Lab Combo Meter, the Blue Lab pH Meter, the Blue Lab pH Pen, and the Blue Lab Soil pH Meter. For more information, visit us online at getbluelab.com.
Hey, man, started early, huh?
Hey, Dr. Duff, are you signing up for another one of those internet dating sites after your divorce?
Nah, I'm just ordering these freaking douchebags from China here. Just gonna be saving a lot of money on it. About $1 a bag.
Did you say douchebags?
Yeah, they're pots. They're fabric pots. They're, made in China. They save $1 a bag from all the other.
Oh, it sounds like an imitation smart pot or something.
Yeah, save $1, but, I'm pretty sure these douchebags are gonna work.
Dude, I had a buddy of mine who used those same douchebags. He bought them direct from China. It killed his whole garden.
Bro, what? So, I'm better off spending that extra $1 on a smart pot?
I'd get a smart pot.
Don't be a Duff man. Make sure to buy the original patented Smart Pot. Check them out at smartpots.com.
So you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda. Have you ever been interested in gardening with dry fertilizers? Well, you're not the only one, and let me tell you about Vermicrop Organics and their line of organic dry fertilizers. Healthy plants with a simple 4-step process. Step 1. Just measure out a ½ teaspoon per gallon of soil or 2 cups per 12 square feet of soil surface area. Step 2. Apply evenly to the soil surface. Step 3. Blend into the top layer of soil to avoid caking. Step 4. Water thoroughly. And that's it, simple as that. Great for vegetables, fruits, flowers, potted plants, trees, shrubs, annuals, and perennials. It's Vermicrop Organics VermiVeg 744. Along with the VermiBloom and PK Boost, you will have a complete line of organic nutrients and a garden that will thank you with a great harvest. Looking for an even simpler way? Then check out the Vermiall 666. This game-changing mix is formulated for all stages of growth in the fast-paced garden of champion vegetable and flower growers. And check out the VermiBat Guano Fertilizer and the VermiBlood Blood Meal Fertilizer for feeding oversized, nitrogen-hungry plants. Learn more at vermicrop.com. That's vermicrop.com. The cannabis portion of this show is designed as entertainment only for legal medicinal cannabis patients over 21 years of age and is not meant to encourage any other activity or use. Yeah, Dick.
You're gonna go get the green pad, see? That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go get it right now. Go on down to your local hydro shop. Tell them Shunny sent you. That's right, Shunny with the green pad. More CO2 in your garden. More carbon, more weight, see? You need to get that weight up to pay me back, see, Shunny? Go get the green pad junior. Put it in your cloning dome, see? You're gonna get some more roots faster. Cut days off your cloning time. More harvest year round. That's right, see? Activated by humidity. 35 to 50%, so make sure that's right, okay? Go to your local hydro shop, see?
That's right. Go there now. More root, more fruit, more fruit, more root.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah. Meow. Meow. Meow.
You're listening to Heavy T's Grow Show. Call in right now, 562-653-0707 for your chance to talk to Heavy T, Horty Chris, and the Duff Man only on DFCRadio.com.
The next level of growing is here. The growing revolution is here. DFCRadio.com. DFCRadio.com.
We're back. Duff's on fucking point tonight, ladies and gentlemen. DFC.
Get your paper up.
Duff's all up in your ear hole.
Pay those cannabis taxes. Get your paper up. Oh, man. Hey, guys, this guy has been hanging on for about 30 minutes, so we're going to take his call and then get to talking about Canna-hub. David and Jockton.
Hello?
Hello. You're on the air.
Yo, what's up?
What's going on tonight?
So dead.
Well, my question was, I'm a new grower, and my question was, what would be the Bex Nutrients line? Because I'm doing some hydro.
Don't believe the hype, bro.
Hydro, yeah. First time.
The best nutrient line, the easiest way. What type of hydro system?
I'm using 6x6x6 cubes
In a drip or a flood and drain?
with Floraflex.
Oh, so you got a drip system, drip cap on it?
Yes, sir.
This guy's starting off right for it. This guy's starting off for good for a young guy, for a new grower.
Chef, you don't get a lot of time to talk, so go ahead. You have your own show.
I'm rocking 6-1000. I'm also wondering how to get the biggest.
His show's canceled.
All right, David, I know it's hard to hear us with the people talking over each other, but hold on. The chef is going to help you out with the nutrients.
So you got 6 lights. You're using the Floraflex flood and drain. You're just doing the drip system.
Yes.
I mean, I'm loyal to the the GH. That product is really tried, true, and tested. And when it comes to for hydroponic use, the good thing about it is it's super concentrated and super customizable. I mean, there's a reason why people can get away with using just 3 parts instead of having to add like 16 bottles. It really does have all the optimum NPK ratios for veg and bloom. You can custom tailor it to your needs. But then if you want to add supplements, there's just tons of supplements out there on the market right now. And the cool thing about the 3-part is it plays well with every other supplement on the market. I can't think of one brand that doesn't use General Hydroponics as like their tester, as their control and their test.
Love Trees.
Love Trees is a great brand to team up with it, especially the Cal and the SI.
Right, so the CalSci Mag is actually going to help stabilize that 3-part while delivering a silica and a Cal Mag all in one.
Did he just say it's unstable?
As it delivers.
That wasn't a shot at the Godfather.
Well, it's because of the elements that we use that are a little bit more bioavailable than what was previously known about when they first made the 3-part.
Was it derived from crystals?
I agree with the chef down there about the 3-part and with what Emron is saying about adding a CalSci Mag into that. Easy to use. You're going to find a lot of information both online at your grow stores and with your fellow growers. So it's a walkthrough basically on how to do it. You just got to be aware of the biggest thing is, like I talked about nutrients before, a lot of them, it's about ease of use, quality of inputs, but at the end of the day, you're making nutrients available. And there's only so many ways that you can do it and so many things that you could put in there so they are available. And each nutrient has their different take on it, right? So a 3-part, why I would use that in your system if it's a recirculating drain to waste, or not drain to waste, recirculating top drip system with the Floraflex, is because it's completely sterile. It's completely mineral.
Yeah.
You want to stay away from organic materials in your recirculating hydroponic system, and you need to keep an eye out on your temperatures of your reservoir. I was just on the Grow Master Level show on Friday. I was their special guest, and I was talking with the guys about it. And by the way, if you get to check that show out on YouTube, guys got a bunch of knowledge. Our friend Steven Johnson's a regular lighting expert on there.
Doctor.
And they really break down the science of growing while we're talking about making you a successful home grower and commercial-wise and stuff like that, too. But we're growers. We're not scientists. They have actual scientists.
I'm an
We're
actual
bros.
scientist.
But so back to what I was talking about, watching what I was saying on the show is from 72 to 75 degrees in your reservoir, the amount of oxygen that is available to your root zone, which the root zone needs, goes in half. It becomes anaerobic, basically, and that's when bad shit really starts breeding, right? So
My room is about 74, 76.
I'm talking about your water temperature.
My water,
Yeah.
63.
Yeah, so that's right on point, okay? You don't want to really go lower than that. Lower than 65 is a touchy area because certain things do bloom, like pythiums. There's different types of pythiums, different types of root rot that can bloom at a lower temperature even. And you could stunt the plant and stress the plant out by pouring too cold of water on it. So too cold, basically 65 to 72 is where you want to be. 63 is okay, down to 60 is even okay. But below that, you're in very dangerous area. So watching the water temperature, making sure you don't have organics because it becomes catalyst, and using a clean 3-part. Add some cool bloom in there when you want to start producing large flowers. Some calcite mag along with that. And I don't think you need much else.
No sugars.
No, the sugars will be catalyst if there's anything growing, any bad bacteria as well as good bacteria, but we want to stay away from the bad bacteria. If you have a little bit growing, you add carbohydrates, it's going to go crazy and destroy your system. Also do complete reservoir changes in that at least once a week.
Don't let it go 7 days.
Well, if it's drinking, you're going to be adding water or changing it every 5 days. And when it's drinking,
Yeah, I change mine every Monday. Every other Monday. Every Monday.
Monday's leg day.
I like to do.
Yeah, you're skipping leg day. You're forgetting to tap off, laddie.
Yeah, I like a Tuesday.
But check it out, dude. That's what you do. So the 3-part is where I would go to, and it's relatively inexpensive. You can go get gallons of that stuff, pick it up, and it's less than $100 worth of nutrients.
So what is the best nutrients to use?
That's what we just said,
dude. So listen to
For
me.
your
This
situation,
isn't such a
specifically.
it's such a loaded question in a way because it's totally open for everyone that's growing in different situations. For you in growing in hydroponics, you're gonna want a high quality, low cost product to keep your cost per gram down. There's no need, because you're running such a sterile system, there's no need to add all those extra bells and whistles and stuff that cost extra money right now. You could get away with just an easy 3-part solution, and when it comes to 3 parts, GH is probably known as one of the top selling 3 parts in the industry. So, it's who's the best is in the eye of the beholder. But just, look where you're spending your money. Make sure you're spending it with a reputable company that's been around and creates their own products and doesn't just
for a newbie grower, it's easy to use too.
Bottle their product in a warehouse with a wooden spoon. We make our product in our own warehouse, and that's that says something about a company when they own their own proprietary blends.
Shout out to
Did you own your own spoon?
Good one.
Maybe not.
One last question. I was wondering, is Emerald Harvest a good line?
It's a fantastic product. It works really well. It's geared toward the professional user. You're paying for high quality inputs. You're paying for the higher grade minerals. They're very similar in design to a lot of products that are out there, but what separates them is I think their easy use and the high quality inputs that go into them.
You know what separates them? The emerald circle triangle.
Cool. You want to hear a cool story though? Cool story is
Cool story,
Emerald
bro.
Harvest and
Hold
General
on.
Hydroponics
Whoever talks louder wins. Go ahead.
made right next door to each other in Santa Rosa. So shout out to Santa Rosa for having the best water in the hydroponic world industry, because there's something about that water. So whatever you do, just make sure it's from Santa Rosa, dude.
Well,
Cool
we sell
story,
the most
man.
love trees into the Santa Rosa area, so our
Santa
calcite
Rosa.
mag's a hit up there.
I
Santa
really
Rosa.
appreciate it. All.
Go figure.
I
all
think
you
that
guys
place is
done.
flooded.
David, let me help you out a little bit more. One thing I forgot to say to add for quality, use some Terpinator. Straight up, use it with any nutrient system, any type of recirculating, drain to waste, soil, cocoa, rock wool, whatever it is, hydrogen. Use Terpinator with it to make your plants AAA. It helps bring out the full genetic potential of your strain, right? It's not going to make your larf, your bag seed, Oaxacan bag seed from 1975 look like Jungle Boy shit, but it is going to bring out the full potential of whatever you're growing with it. So I'm going to send that to you. It's an $80 value, my man. You hung out for a half hour. Hopefully we helped you grow better. Talk to the screener. He's going to tell you where and when we're going to send your stuff to you.
All right, thanks. Much love. Much love.
Love trees, baby.
Y'all stay up.
You appreciate it.
You dig.
You're welcome for all that knowledge I gave you.
You're welcome. All right, let's talk to our guest here. Tim is over there seeing where he can get a steak right now.
Yeah.
Thinking about steaks.
He's
This
literally got food on the mind right now.
red-blooded American man from Chicago.
Yes, sir.
Taking care of business. You're like one of the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, the accent's pretty thick if you listen for a little while. But that edible did kick in, if you were wondering.
He's on a
while
mission
ago.
from God now.
Yeah, you look like a Tim Chinaman McGraw.
Is it that bad?
Just a little.
Let's talk about Canna-hub real estate before you go man down on us. 2 campuses here in California. You guys are all-inclusive, basically take care of the licensing, take care of all the paperwork. Someone moves into your facility, it's a turnkey, ready to go, build to suit, all these great things. Expand a little bit more for our listeners on what it is.
So we have 2 campuses, one in Northern California, just north of Sacramento, and Williams, right on I-5 and Highway 20. That's going to be 1.2 million square feet. We break ground on that in about less than a month. But our other project is in the Central Valley, just outside of Fresno, in Mendota, and it is 600,000 square feet, but we have 100,000 square feet that we're leasing now. It's about 50% occupied at the moment, but we are still bringing in operators. Every type of license in California is allowed, except for outdoor grow, and including delivery, volatile solvents, distribution, on-site third-party testing, tissue culture, everything in a campus, and there's no revenue taxes at either campus. So that's a big driver. I mean, that saves operators millions of dollars, or large-scale operators millions of dollars a year.
Is there still a canopy tax, though, as was put forward by the county or the city that it's in? Because that's what the big hurdle for a lot of these people going legal, like in Long Beach, for instance, where we're at, there's a huge canopy tax that people shell out tens of thousands of dollars before they even plant a plant.
No, it's a flat per square foot fee, and there's no revenue tax at all in either one of our cities. So it's a big difference, especially if you're doing it on scale, which most of our operators are. I mean, 10, 12, 15,000 square feet at a minimum. So if you're growing on that kind of, doing anything on that type of scale, you're generating a good amount of revenue. And if you're a distributor or manufacturer, the margins aren't what people think they are, especially if you're a pass-through company. So paying taxes really adds up quick.
What do you mean a pass-through company?
A distributor has high revenues in that a lot of money goes through their hands, but they don't keep very much of it because they're just in between.
They make a lot of fast nickels and let
yeah, they're just,
a lot of
they're just
dollars.
hustling. So yeah, they have high revenues. So taxes really hurt them. It limits how much they can make. But then also, in addition, in both cities, we have the conditional use permits in place already, so they don't have to wait 6 to 18 months to get their conditional use permit from the city. We hold those already. So all they have to do is, decide how they want to lay out their facility and go.
You're saying the one campus is only 50% filled right now, and is that a little shocking to you because the legal cannabis market, everyone rushing to get in. I would think if I could get a legal grow spot, I would do it. But are you seeing growers not really being able to function in this setup that Prop 64, or they have to be integrated?
They're being vertically integrated is going to be important no matter what for growers. But yeah, I mean, growing has been cultivation has been commoditized big time, and it continues to get worse. So if you can control your biomass, control your crop inputs, if you're a manufacturer, you don't have to grow as long as you have a really steady, good supply, and you're not worried about having inconsistency there. But I think a lot of guys are doing that because most of our operators are manufacturers, and they have big greenhouse operations somewhere else, and then they extract it on site. So when we build greenhouses, I think then we'll have more cultivation. Building out an indoor cultivation grow or cultivation is very expensive too. So it's not a lot of guys have the capital to do it.
Well, and it's smart in how you set up the business because you envisioned, and I've known you for 2 or 3 years now since you started this. That in my mind, because we're on the Grow Show and I'm a grower and we're talking grow, and correct me if I'm wrong, I was seeing this campus as being a mecca for growers and maybe a couple extractors, a distribution, taking a smaller unit, a smaller shell, whatever it is, taking care of it. And large shells would be taken by all cultivators. But what you're saying, and this is why it's so smart, is because no matter how the market pivoted, if it pivoted towards manufacturing, extracting, distributing, delivery services, you went and got all the licenses and took care of it. So the people that work with you and are invested in Canna-hub got to be stoked that you can facilitate all of these people and have a spot for them to operate out of.
Well, yeah, there's huge economies of scale of all those guys being on one campus. I mean, we have third-party testing labs on site.
Whoa.
He blew the mic with his voice.
He blew the mic with his edibles. His breath was so good.
Yeah. Oh my God, he got dragon breath.
Oh no. All right.
Testing all up in your booty hole.
Oh,
testing all up in your booty hole.
Hey, Duff, swing your mic over to Tim for me.
Yeah, I'll swing it.
Just turn that mic off, okay? Just switch spots, Tim.
He's
Come
good.
on over
He's
here.
good. He's good. This thing's working now.
No, just we'll fix it at the break. Tim, just step here so we don't have any more problems.
I will sing to test it.
I will burp to test it.
To make sure.
You're a songbird with a chin strap beard.
I am the chin beard angel.
All right, so
where were we, brah?
The basic principle is we have as much of the supply chain as possible on site. So there's huge efficiencies and economies of scale of being located next door to a manufacturer if you're a third-party testing lab, or any part of the supply chain. If you do tissue culture, whatever it is, but that the product doesn't have to leave the site until it ends up going to the dispensaries. So then you couple that with on-site security. That saves all the operators money. They don't have to hire extra security. It's a secure site. And then no revenue taxes. And it's really kind of the best place in the state to operate.
Can you afford not to do business with them?
I mean, that's why we're not full yet. It's because we are pretty picky about who we bring in.
This is true. And you're dealing with a bunch of stoners that think they're king shit at Turd Island and be like, I don't got to show you what I'm doing, bro. Look at my Instagram.
Have you seen how many followers I got?
Yeah.
Shout out to Jiggity Jerome.
It's
you are
really good. Man. But no, it's hard, especially cultivating on scale. It takes a lot of money, and a lot of guys have some dreams and some passion, but they need the loot to back it up.
You need to know how to write an SOP, standard operating procedure for every aspect of your business.
You cannot depend on one grower.
How to change a reservoir. First, remove the plug. Second, make sure the hose is attached and is going to the drain.
Yeah, you got to dummy proof for sure. But it's a whole different world for a lot of guys. So we've got a lot of out-of-state guys coming in, not growers specifically, but just operators that have multi-state facilities, and those guys have a serious advantage just because they've been through it already.
Yeah, and you guys, like you said, made these relationships with the cities. It's a huge problem for the growers and stuff. How mixed up and patchworked the city legislation is, and you guys did the heavy lifting. You paid the lawyers to go down, convince the city councils or the county supervisors, hey, this is what you need to be doing. This is the future. Be on the right side of history, and boom, you worked it out. Most people don't even know where to start with something like that.
Well, a lot of guys are like, it's in a green zone. Where do I sign? Without reading the fine print that they have to hire half their staff from the city.
Yeah.
You know,
they're like $5 a square foot rent, and then year 3 is $25 a square foot.
Yeah, and the local fee can be it's only 5% now, but it can go up to 10. You know, there's no certainty there. Ours are locked in for at least 5 years. There's no tax, and even after that, it can only go with the consumer price index. So it's a very stable environment to grow in. So anybody doing it, spending a lot of money on their operations, wants to locate with us.
What about the location? It sounds like it's centrally located to serve both Central, South, and Northern California.
Yeah, so our campus in Central Valley covers the whole belly of the state, basically. I mean, you're about 3 hours from L.A., you got obviously Fresno right there, Modesto, Stockton, 2 hours to the Bay Area, Oakland and the Bay, and then about 2.5 hours to Sacramento. So that's a lot of coverage on I-5 there that you're not going to have if you're stuck inside of L.A. or down south. You don't need to be in the middle of the city unless you're selling, unless it's retail. You want logistical logistically prime locations, not storefronts. So we got the whole state covered.
And I follow you on Instagram. I keep referencing Instagram, and isn't it amazing how companies are built and destroyed on social media these days? But if you need to follow Canna-hub Real Estate, because I follow you guys, and it looks like you, like I was saying earlier, custom build each suite or each unit to fit the occupant's needs.
So far, every tenant is doing all of their own improvements. Because
You kind of like that.
No, I do, but at the end of the day, they're taking ownership of it, and they're building some really, and a lot of it's intellectual property. They want to do things their way, and these are big guys from out of state. But there's varying degrees of what operators do. But like I said, the best guys are going to be efficient and have a lot of SKUs and be able to process a lot of product and do it consistently. And Cresco and some other guys that are coming from out of state are going to be able to do that.
There's this big fear happening right now in the legal cannabis world for growers with temporary licenses.
Yeah.
It's set to expire, what is it, June or July?
Yeah.
And they don't know if they're going to extend it.
I think that legislation will get passed to extend it again. But a lot of those licenses they don't have their conditional use permits in place, and that's why they keep extending them out. At some point, there's going to be a cutoff, and those guys are going to have their CEQA documents and proof of their conditional use permits. And that's a lot. That's a good portion of those applications.
Yeah, but you guys don't have to worry about this.
No, that's all done for us. So it's really, once they clean up the backlog, I think the state will be a lot more efficient.
So, you saw Gavin Newsom allocated the National Guard to come up from the border, gave him $100 million off the budget, and said go after these cartel growers. Noting he didn't say international or Mexican cartels. He said cartels, which are lumping any black market growers, I believe, into that. But is it not a coincidence? And this is just, a conversation between you and I, and it's not within Canna-hub. Mm-hmm. But is it not coincidental that these temporary permits are going to expire, and they just allocated resources to enforce shutting them down? Is it not
definitely
not a play for big business? My question with that being, in your eyes, is big business cornering the legal cannabis market?
Yes.
Is there anything that can be done to offset that, in your opinion, or is it just going to be the flow of the tide?
No.
It's going to be the flow of the tide. What about, do you feel, well, obviously you say you think they're going to extend it. Why do you think they're going to extend the temporary permits?
Just too much market disruption. They've been very loosey-goosey to date. I mean, they've really not done enforcement-wise. Nobody's really gotten, there's like very few people have gotten locked up. They've really not punished anybody or anything. They've been very, very lenient so far. But at some point that's going to change, and you can't expect for the rules to be followed if there is no enforcement. So they're going to crack down on the black market because they have to a little bit. There's still always be a little bit of going out of state and whatnot, but if you want to sell into the legal market, into delivery services and into dispensaries, you're going to have to be legit. And then those guys that are doing it legit are going to be turning in all the guys that aren't. I mean, because they're spending a lot of money to do it the right way, and if Joe Blow's down the street doing it and selling it on the black, it's gonna get tough for those guys.
Corporate snitches, man.
Dude, it's what happens, man. It's just the reality. I mean, I wish everybody could hold hands and sing Kumbaya, but it's just not happening that way.
Keeping it real, like always, Tim. You are on top of the market. You go to all the events. You have all the inside information. The CBD market.
Oh boy,
when I think about the CBD market, and I bet you got something in your bag of tricks up your sleeve or whatnot, because this CBD market, people talk about the Central Valley being loaded with cannabis and THC producing flower. The big market is CBD. They're going to be planting acres and acres of hemp.
It's going to be bananas, but I think it's
no hemp.
Well done, Tyler.
It has already started. We have some CBD
Into the
clients.
mic, Darth Emron. Come on.
So yeah, we were at the Ag Show.
I
We
should
have
have
lots of
glasses on.
clients that are pursuing that career of the CBD farmer. So it's coming.
No, it's the problem there is the hemp bill. Everybody thought it was a magic bullet, and it's not. It's because of the way it's written now. CBD is automatically an FDA-regulated product, so they can't make any claims at all now about CBD products. You basically just have to say CBD. That's it. You can't say for inflammation or for anything because
I see a lot of hemp oil instead of CBD even now.
There's even guys selling hemp seed oil as if it has some type of medicinal
You guys
value.
remember-
It may, but
I'm gonna fry my
Do you guys
chicken
remember
in
how
hemp seed
fucking
oil.
big ginseng was in the 90s?
Yeah, but
do you remember how that shit was just in every gum corner store? And it never made any claim. Like, I didn't even know what the fuck it was. I just knew it tasted like
Salzy
D.
The problem is distillate. There's a huge amount of distillate out there, and I think distillate CBD is one step above placebo effect. Like, it has some value, but it doesn't really compare to the full spectrum at all.
So, like I said, you got something up your sleeve?
Yeah, I'm working on some things I can't make public yet, but yeah, I mean,
You got some cheap farmland that's flooded out in Nebraska coming up on the market?
No, people. I see a lot of deals, so people bring me stuff. But yeah, there is an opportunity there, but it's a flooded market, so you got to figure out a way to differentiate yourself. And you got to get on shelves, and you got to have a really good distribution network, all those things. But yeah, there's an opportunity there if you're smart and you have a good. I think that genetics are going to be just as important in at the end of the day with hemp, where you get a little bit of THC and get a decent spectrum out of it. If you can get CBN or in addition or any CBG or anything like that, if you can get a better spectrum out of it, that stuff's going to sell better. But distillate is just, I think, not very is kind of useless.
Oh man, the CBD market is crazy too. But the did you see this story recently? And I want to know how your thought, because you're based on the cannabis market, where some scientists at Berkeley figured out how to grow cannabinoids with yeast.
Boom.
Is that the end of growing cannabis plants?
I don't know, man. It remains to be seen. I think it won't be very quick adoption, but whoever does lead in it might potentially have something there. I mean,
And you have space for them available at the Canna-hub real estate.
Yeah, I mean, if it shortens the process and takes human error out and takes out potentials or mitigates other risks, and it's the same thing chemically, people are it's gonna catch on at some point.
Yeast is God's gift. You know, what is beer made from? You know.
It's made with
Touche.
yeast, yeah.
What are those? What is that new meat made out of? Mold and yeast?
Well, a lot of medicines and things are
kombucha
are made or cultivated using yeast. You know, a lot of things that are pharmaceutical. The big money with that, and I would say it's not the end of growing, because there is a relationship with growing a plant and consuming what comes off of it. You ever grow your own food, you know that very well. If you ever want a child that doesn't eat vegetables, you want them to eat vegetables, plant a fucking garden and make them take care of it, and that kid will eat what comes out of that garden. Might not eat all of it, but they'll at least try everything, and they're going to end up liking some of it and trying the vegetables. I feel us as a species, we're connected with that horticultural experience, and also the way that nature works with the symbiotic relationship of all of the cannabinoids, not just THC and CBD.
That's what I was just going to say.
That's
the
what
entourage
gives
effect's where it's at, bro.
The full effect.
And
We're just beginning to
so important.
Well, in all.
Oh yeah, we just figured that out literally within the last few years. Like, everybody like suspected it, or people that smoke it kind of knew it, like, you know. But you know, now it's a fact. I mean, stripping the plant of its terpenes and other lesser known cannabinoids too, that are even in trace amounts, have an effect. Like, if you can make it with yeast, what I would start doing is from yeast making the lesser known cannabinoids, because remixing those with THC, I think, is where you can figure out how to dial it in for somebody.
But then what percentage? We're talking about down to the 100th percentile of different things, and it changes the whole effect.
Oh, and that's the point. I'd love to see somebody fuck with that. Like, nobody's ever had a ratio of CBN or CBG to THC.
And who has all that data? Does anybody have the data?
Nobody. That's what.
Yes, my DX machine. They sent me a sample years ago. So they've been collecting the data for years, and nobody even knows it yet. They're the holders of all the data.
Oh,
data's important.
All right.
Science.
Darth Data now.
God.
That's how we do at Love Trees.
Emron drove all the way down here from Fresno to get fucking
harassed.
He's like, motherfucker, I'm giving you some powder. Nutrients, that is. Yeah, so back to the yeast thing and the way that turns out. That patent is worth billions to the pharmaceutical company that wants to treat epilepsy in children.
They want to synthesize everything.
Yes.
Everything.
That it's like the company doesn't want to sell fucking heroin. They want to make heroin 10,000 times stronger and sell it under fentanyl that you got to pay $5,000 for a bottle of pills that you can only get through their specific drug dealer at CVS or Rite Aid, wherever you get it, or distributed through hospitals. So you have a fixed point of distributing it, and you could charge whatever you want. And if you have the patent, I mean, with all that money and revenue, you can enforce the shit out of it, right?
Well, and you control the genetics too. I mean, it's a super clean way to do it, frankly. But
hey, I like my mites, bro. Not my mites. Smoking his mites today.
But yeah, I mean, people will be done. But everybody knows that Marinol and Sativex both don't worth a shit compared to cannabis, full spectrum cannabis.
Yeah,
I mean they're junk because they isolated a single cannabinoid and that's their medicine. It don't work that way.
Well, there are benefits to it. It might be some placebo effect, but there are benefits to isolating some of the cannabinoids. But I don't think it has the full benefit. Like
absolutely. There's something, but not nearly as much as it could be.
So people out there listening, they may have an uncle, a sweetheart investor, ready to get into this, right? Mm-hmm. How do they contact you? How do they get onto the Canna-hub campus?
Go to canna-hub.com, and I'm sure there's a way on our website to get a hold of us. And talk to one of our people, and we'll send you some more information. But that is a market that I think is going to explode pretty quickly here.
When we talk about revenue, you have worked out your 5-year projections, all of those. You should have enough revenue or enough cash in the bank to fulfill those 5 years, fulfill the first 2 years, because you can't come and. I've seen it time again where people, I want to build out the space, and guys that do the build out, they just walk in because most of the growers don't realize it's $1 million to build out this warehouse.
Yeah, that's low. I mean,
but at least that.
Yeah.
Right, to build out, you have to have
lots of money.
Lots of money to make it happen.
Yeah, for sure. Well, luckily I have a pretty unique relationship with my bank, where my bank finances our projects. So yeah, we can do, as long as it pencils, and we have the operators to fill the space, we can build out what we need to. So we have an advantage there for sure.
That's
There's access
new.
to capital.
That's new. I don't remember that.
We don't talk about that, but it's we're one of the few companies in the world, or definitely in the country, that can do interstate cannabis deals.
Well, you get with Tim over at Canna-hub Real Estate. It's canna-hub.com. Is that right? Canna-hub.com. Go on over there, eat some edibles, or send some edibles to Tim before you send your proposal, and
that helps.
He'll help you out. Tim, like always, I appreciate you coming through. Are you going to hang out the rest of the night?
Yeah, I might go get a steak again because of that edible. But
hey, what time is it? Maybe we'll all go get steaks. We'll wrap this up early, maybe. Hopefully.
Do it.
Let's go to the phone lines and talk a little bit more grow. Rob, hey, man, I know you're hanging out for a while. You're on the air.
Yeah, hey, T, it's great to talk to you. You really helped me tune up my grow over the years.
Great.
I've got a Blue Labs pH pen. It's a couple years old, and it's getting slow to read. I've taken really good care of it, and I store it in a KCL like I'm supposed to.
Right. So the pens, Blue Lab, most pH pens, and Blue Labs included, they are filled with a specialty liquid that when you go to measure, it releases a tiny amount of that liquid to interact with the solution, and that's how you get your pH reading, okay? That liquid is only, if you're doing it daily, several times a day, it has about a 12-month lifespan. If you got 2 years out of it, count yourself lucky and pat yourself on the back for keeping your growth steady and not wasting any of that fluid. But it's done. It's done, and you just need to go get a new Blue Lab pH pen. Or if you have a Guardian meter, all you do is replace the probe. Okay, and that's again why you do store it in the KCI solution, is because it has to be in that solution to stop releasing it. If it's dry,
it dies.
It just keeps releasing that fluid out, and it's done.
If
the
it
KCI
dies,
seals it in.
It dies.
So that's the only problem. It's not something that's going to last forever.
You think you could poke Mark in the ribs?
I'll poke him somewhere.
My grand prize win from July 18th of last year.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Mark, or might I have to spit on it?
Hold
and
on,
poke
Mark.
you?
Come in here, Mark.
Mark, get in here.
Come on, you got to
Mark,
answer.
You got to apologize.
You got to answer for this, Rob. Come on, eh?
He doesn't like being on the mics.
Hey,
this is awesome.
Get my Cheech and Chong song ready. Come on, Mark. Don't walk back and forth. Oh, the phone's ringing. He's trying to pretend he's answering the other call.
He's glaring at us right now.
I don't know. That's before I took over, T. That's before I taked over. Here he is. He was born in America, but he speaks with a strong.
Say something.
Rob says he is waiting for a prize from 2018, dog.
Dude, Rob. Where you at, Rob?
Here, put on your headset.
Show me your face, Rob.
I'm here, man.
Rob, 2018.
July.
Hell no.
July. He says the grand prize.
Yeah,
is gonna-
July 18th, man. Grand prize.
July
I got a
18th. He's
Blue
got the
Labs
exact
pen
date. You better go
going.
check on
I
this.
could check on the date right now.
That was a Friday, dude.
Were you texting me or were you the one texting me?
Yeah.
Oh, see, you got my number? I remember texting you back, too.
Well, he wants me to kick you in the butt, and that's what I'm doing right here.
He said to poke you with something.
He's been courteous.
I don't like getting poked,
He's been
Rob. Don't be
courteous
telling him
and
to get poked.
patient. But don't make me look bad, man. We always deliver.
Yeah, I got you.
Man, whatever he is, whatever he won, whatever he deserves, you go back to that show, you look at it. And this is what I need from listeners that if for some reason your package got lost, this is several times we send it out and they don't sign for it and it's sent back to us because we need proof of receiving, right? So, but there's good people that are like, I don't know what date I called. I won't give you my phone number. And Rob's doing it the right way. Make sure Rob gets his stuff. Go in there and look up July 18th. I'm going to kick you in the butt, but you're doing a good job anyway.
I got you, Rob.
Hey, Mark.
I'll get you nice and set up.
Mark,
Rob.
give me that look like you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that look. That look.
Hey, hold on before you leave. Rob wanted to play you a special song.
Play me a special song, Rob. If you play this song, I ain't going to send those gifts. Nah.
Or send packages or fill out addresses.
I'll send the package over the wall, Rob, once it's built. It's usually FedEx. I swear, they usually pick it up right over the transparent wall.
And Mark and
Turn it up, say. Americans can't read Heavy T's writing, so they sent it to Bob in Michigan, the wrong dude.
I think that was that ripped paper that I needed to find that you ripped.
And then they come to work for Heavy T as a screener.
All right, Rob, let me talk to you over there. So I don't have to talk
All
to
right.
this one.
Hey, Rob, thanks, man. I'm going to send you some more stuff, dude. How about a Mission Fertilizer pack, man?
Killer, yeah.
Complete line of Mission Fertilizer, some smart pots as well going out your way. Mark's going to take care of you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for busting his balls. I appreciate that, too. He needs it. All right. Grow weed every day. And, Mission Fertilizer, all organic, used within its soil, but, of course, used best with sanctuary soil. And planting season is just about upon us. Get your bulk soil. Go to bulksoil.com. They're rolling trucks every single day throughout the state of California, Colorado, and basically all of the West Coast. Go to Pacific Grow Supply or bulksoil.com. All right. Another call. Let's go to Liz. Is that right? Is that right, Saint? Yep. It's Liz. Hey, Liz. Liz. You got Liz on there? Liz, I like female growers.
Are we getting a steak?
Calf tattoos, not so hot. Female growers, super hot. You dig? All right, let's take a quick break. Pay these bills. 562-653-0707. I'm Heavy T. I'm with Dr. Duff, as well as the Hydro Chef, Devon.
How did I get the fucking
And Love Trees Cali.
Holy shit.
Smoke weed every day, grow weed every day. Heavy T's coming right back with Love Trees in the house. DFZRadio.com.
Put the money in the bag. We running these packs like it's track. You fuck with my bank if you lag. You fuck with my bank if you lag. Put the money in the bag. We running these packs like it's track. You fuck with my bank if you lag. You fuck with my bank if you lag. Put the money in the bag. Got TVSB on my back. Got gas co all in my pack. And Henny goes right down the hatch. And bitches be fiending for cash. But they ain't down with the set. And hustlers never get rest, cause we always be chasing that check. Don't lag on the player, my boys got a sprayer, put one in the air, cause no one compares. Don't fuck with no haters, no time for the stress, cause our life's the best, reppin' the West. From OC to Oakland, you know what we smoking, only that potent, and boy I ain't joking. From OC to Oakland, you know what we smoking, only that potent, and boy I ain't joking.
Time to go check on the popper. Fuck around, you gon' get locked up. Hold us back, we still gon' prosper. Whole team eating steak and lobster. Time to go check on the popper. Fuck around, you gon' get locked up. Hold us back, we still gon' prosper. Yeah. Whole team eating steak and lobster. Time to go check on the popper. Ducking and dodging this cop. All they do is give us problems. All they do is give me problems. There's only one way to solve them. Stacking this cash dissolves them. No breaking bad, we on 'em. No breaking bad, we on 'em. Whipping the pot, whipping non-stop, making this weight and we feeding the block. Too much pressure, that shaking the pop. Not enough time, we going non-stop. Whipping the pot, whipping non-stop, making this weight and we feeding the block. Too much pressure, that shaking the pop. Not enough time, we going non-stop.
Put the money in the bag. We running these packs like it's track. You fuck with my bank if you lag. You fuck with my bank if you lag. Put the money in the bag. We running these packs like it's track. You fuck with my bank if you lag. You fuck with my bank if you lag.
Not getting good results from those compost CO2 makers? Dude, your mushroom bag just ate 3 of my plants. Introducing the GreenPad CO2 generator. The simple, economical, and effective way to add CO2 to your indoor garden. Just hang, spray, and walk away. It's that easy. Since I ditched my old mushroom bags and switched to the GreenPad CO2 generator, I couldn't be happier. I just hang, spray, and walk away. It's really that easy. I don't have to worry about any runaway spores contaminating my room or wondering if it's actually working. I just listen to the gentle sound the green pads make when they're wet, and I know it's working. Thanks, green pads. More effective than those organic CO2 bags, the GreenPad CO2 generator will help increase the CO2 level in your indoor garden safely and easily. Just find a spot high in your garden, hang the pad with the specially designed hangers, spray the GreenPad with water, and that's it. Just hang, spray, and walk away. Adding CO2 to your indoor garden has never been easier. The GreenPad CO2 generator. Available at finer hydroponic shops or online at thegreenpadstore.com. That's thegreenpadstore.com.
Heavy T hooked me up, man. Thanks.
That's right.
DFZRadio.com.
Put your hands up. Outside in your area. You're now rocking with the letter F. Fresh off the block. Yeah. I write a masterpiece. Bit that shit ill. Outside. I'm as real as it gets. Stories of the streets, baby. Probably not fucking with L. Yeah. Y'all should kiss the ring and want me to rain.
Hey, bro, your garden's looking sweet, man. What are you using?
Yeah, man, I'm using a premium cocoa nutrient, Cocoa Tech A and B, man. It's an aggressive formula for increased yield during the flowering phase.
Wow, so this is made specially for cocoa?
You better believe it, man. It comes with easy-to-use 2-part formula. Formulated aggressive growth and superior blooms. Whoa, bro. Yeah, man. Tell 'em, Bob.
This aggressive formula contains proprietary blends of calcium to ensure your plants thrive. Backed by years of research, Cocoa Tech Premium Cocoa Nutrients are specifically designed to support and enhance your cocoa core growing experience. Use Cocoa Tech Premium Nutrients with Cocoa Tech Premium Cocoa Core for optimum results.
Yeah, man.
So you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
That was awesome.
What is? Hey, are you a soil grower and tired of using salt and synthetic-based fertilizers and not getting the results that you wanted? Well, for hydroponics, those products work great. But in soil, they suck. All those feeding schedules are out of range for what we think is good for soil growers. Mission Fertilizer is a new product on the market that's specific to soil gardening. They have a grow, bloom, and boost. It's a super premium organic 1 part grow, 1 part bloom, and 1 part boost. It's a feeding program that can be used in bag soils like Ocean Forest and Happy Frog, Victory Mix, or Empire Builder, even Roots Organic, Royal Gold, and so forth. It can be used in any soil mix. Super simple to use, 1 part grow, 1 part bloom, and 1 part boost to get the most out of your garden. It's organic listed, pH stable, and safe to use with tap water. No need to ppm or EC or pH your tap water if you're mixing in Mission Fertilizer liquid. Go to missionfertilizer.com, grow the best, and see the proof is in the plants.
You are listening to Heavy T's Grow Show on DFZ Radio Network.
Dr. Duffman here. Wanted to talk to you about what I wish I had in my garden. And that, my friends, is a Nanolux double-ended fixture, which is leading the industry as I speak in double-ended technology. I will no longer need 10 150-watt lights to cover my 5x5 area. With just one double-ended fixture from Nanolux, I can cover that area. Also, no more need for that pesky rooster timer of mine that goes off at all kinds of random hours. With Nanolux's fixture, it comes NCCS ready, meaning I can control it on my computer. So if you're like me and your lighting situation sucks, then upgrade to Nanolux's double-ended fixtures today, and don't be a duff man. For more information on Nanolux, check them out at nanoluxtech.com. That's NANOLUXTECH.com.
DFCRadio.com.
I'm just writing. I'm just writing. I'm just writing. Writing in my right. In my right. Writing in my right. Am I writing? Writing in my right. Am I right? Writing in my right. Am I writing? I'm zoning, street riding in my ride. Where I'm going, I can't even decide. I need to take a breather, a reliever. I will see it when I see it. I'm a leaper, so I piece it. All I need is my speakers. Yeah, the beat to rip and the speaker this on some deeper shit. I'ma eat with this, you can't compete with this. Keep the reefer lit, keep the heater hit. Call it cheetah swift. When I hit my destination, I need some drinks to sit and keep on going, keep on rolling. Zoning, I'm not going home. Papa was a rolling stone, traveling down this lonely road. Never know where it's gonna go, but oh so ready though. Calm like the calm before the storm. Life's a metaphor, can't ignore what's in store. Mechanic doors opening, I'm focusing, I'm hoping. I'm not hopeless. Everything that I've been working for, everything I've been hurting for, like the hunger that you can't ignore. It's right there and you can't afford to let it go. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. I'm just writing. Writing in my right. In my right. Writing in my right. Am I writing? Writing in my right. Am I right? Writing in my writing in my writing in my writing in my
Symphonies tuned to a level volume. Windows cracked to feel the chilly breeze of the spirits calling. Night lights crawling, ricocheting off the water. Vision in the rear mirror, plus I'm watching what's before me. 360 peripherals keep us in the middle, like hubcaps rolling through instrumentals. It's the minimal, Millennium Falcon, master movement, middle dimensional. Metamorphous minerals, laser, DeLorean missiles. Megatron reassemble, coming together in the car with foreign symbols. Brazilian, African, Castaneda. Say the math for later, feel not just enjoy the flavor. Golden Babodi, Carney aside, I forget the label. Japanese tires around American rims on a European car. Beautiful, but so bizarre. And it's all on top of a black top. Riding through space, light speed, time still at a racer's pace. The final race.
Yo, where's the chef at? Chef, are you cooking something? Do you smell what the chef is cooking? You're cooking. Hey, man, do you wear that thick-ass double shirt and stuff when you're cooking?
Dude, your mom sewed this for me, bro.
Why does it got to go to your mom? Let's get off mom's because I just got off yours.
Oh! Mine got nothing.
No, that's messed up. That's messed up. Dr. Dust Mom's like a doorknob.
Cold.
Everyone gets a turn. All right. Hey, I need another paper. Mark, Javon, can you ask Mark for another piece of paper? I'm running low on space here, please. Yo, what's growing on 562? 65307.
What grows on?
07. Let's go to Louie. Louie and Carson.
Louie.
You got a question about small grows going big?
What
What's growing on tonight?
Not much. How you doing?
Well, man. Well, what's your question?
My question is, how does a small craft grow company get picked up by a larger distribution company, and is it worth it?
Grow that fire.
Yes.
You grow the fire, right? And
I think being able to produce and prove that you can consistently grow the fire
and build the brand
on scale. How big a scale are you, or is this person, or is this operation?
It's a pretty good scale. I want to say maybe 20 by 20, 20 by 40.
Have you been arrested before?
Shut up, Duff. So yeah, that's relatively small.
Yeah, that's small.
Especially in these days and age. But what you want to focus on is not selling your grow necessarily, is selling yourself, selling your brand. We said grow the fire, and I agree. You have to have a good product. But fuck, if you have the best burger in the world and no one knows you exist, it doesn't matter how fucking good it is. You got to be able to brand it and brand it the right way. Tim, with your expertise in business, especially cannabis business, branding, getting yourself out there, is it going to these expos, is it fancy packaging? What is it?
It's all of that. I mean, branding is perception is everything. So getting your story out there and getting really access to good dispensaries is really, really important. And that's tough. I mean, there's not the distribution model now, or the new distribution model is just that. It's new, and we've not had to do this before, where there's a pass through in between the growers and the dispensary. So it's a whole new network that's being set up right now. So access to dispensaries is really important, and then consistency, I think, is super, super important.
It's about relationships, making the tight relationships. We talked about the Veg Bloom saga earlier.
Yep.
And why they were successful is because those guys at Solstice made those relationships. So make sure you set yourself up.
It's a small industry, man. Everybody knows everybody. I mean,
if you have an angel investor that owns 51% of your grow and you don't have a contract and they could sell it out from under you, you're just you're a water boy. You're Bobby Boucher, brother.
Get it in writing,
Setting
everything.
yourself up for a beautiful disaster.
No handshakes.
Make sure that you own your property. You own what you're doing. And you build that brand, you get it into the right people's hands. And listen, dude, once you're legal and you're going, you call my show, I'll help you promote it right here. We have end users, people that smoke, they're growers listening. You want to get your brand out there, this is a great place to do it. DFC Radio with the Reverend Herb Show, this show, the Hydroponic Chef Show. But you can't be, this is not the day to be, I'm going to build a brand, even though I'm still black market or gray area. You got to have your
no, you
eyes
gotta,
dotted and whatnot.
If you can't sustain yourself in the legal market and you have to sell in the black, then you're not ready. I mean, and there's a lot of guys still doing that. There's still, that's their profit, is the black market business. You have to be
old habits die hard.
This is true. But if you're efficient enough that you can compete in the legal market, there's a lot of consolidation that's still going to happen. I think over the next 18 months, you're going to see a lot of consolidation in the industry.
And also write everything down, dude. The SOPs, standard operating procedures, being able to understand and replicate what you're doing. Because if you want to go to scale, if you're talking about big business, you need to be able to hand a file over to a bunch of minions and say, replicate what I'm doing.
No single employee should halt your business if they were to leave.
Right. And it's like In-N-Out Burgers, dude. Yep. Why every In-N-Out burger tastes the same? Because they all get the same training. They have the exact same, how long that burger stays on the grill for whatever the way it's cooked.
Same inputs.
It's a hologram, you guys. We're eating holograms.
I love holograms then. I'll eat holograms right now.
None of this is real. It's all.
But write it down. And the best way to do something in your grow, even if it changes, every time you change it, don't be like, oh, I'll remember that. I mean, we smoke weed. I forget the shit right away, right? Write
I
everything
forgot what we
down.
were talking about.
Write everything down as far as operating procedures so it can be replicated. Build the brand, and then once you're known, people will seek you out, dude. People will come after you.
This is
I mean,
true.
for instance, Jungle Boys bootstrapped it up, and they started in the Prop 215 market, which was way different.
Did you just say
Wild
Granite?
West? Well, they changed the game. It went from Kush to flavors. You know, they're the flavor kings at this point.
Damn, this is your first rodeo, huh, Chef?
There was no purple before. It was all OG Kush, SFV, the Bubba.
Well, you're from Fresno, so.
Well, we dealt with it all. We dealt with the transition, you know?
Go easy
We were
on
in the
that
middle.
209, man.
I'm going to buy him a steak later, and we're going to fucking chop it up.
Let's
It's
do
a
it.
different world now for sure than it was when Jungle Boys got big, but whatever. Props to them. I mean,
They
anybody
have the
that
power to tell people to go fuck themselves.
yeah, they saved
That's
a couple
good-
grows early
that's
on
good
too,
money.
where they
Yeah,
got
no fucks
big
given.
pieces of operations that they saved. So
Yeah,
they-
the stars have to align.
Yeah.
But if you're looking to bootstrap it up, you got to have enough revenue and be on the legal side. If you're on the black market side, you need to go somewhere where you can easily get into the legal market, where these emerging states that have more lenient laws, like Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a great place to go. For $2,500, you can grow in your fucking house and sell it.
Yeah.
I think Maine is similar. It's relatively easy. Find a spot to start building a brand, and when it goes federally legal,
then state lines won't matter soon anyway.
and then you can ship it anywhere.
Awesome.
All right, man. But
Very cool, man. Thank you very much.
let me give you this piece of advice as a business owner. If it's your passion, dude, follow your dream. Make it happen. Don't make a fucking excuse for it not to happen. Make it happen, and don't let anyone else, whether it be a parent, a friend, a girlfriend, a wife, make that excuse for you. You only got this one life to live, and you go make it happen for yourself, dude.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to send you some swag. I'm also going to send you some grow gear. How about some terpinators, some smart pots, and some love trees? Got some love trees for this fool?
Yeah, Calcine Mag, Veg and Vigor, all the powders for you, bro. We have you taken care of.
Nice. Thank you very much, Louie, and grow weed every day.
Thank you, brother. Have a good one.
562-653-0707. This is for the chef. Chef, Harry wants you to explain amino acids. Harry.
Yo.
So I see you're confused with amino acids, or you just trying to do the Hydro Jeopardy?
I just like for you to explain it a little bit. I was going to look it up on the internet. I thought I'd ask a question, and you could tell us a little bit about it.
All right.
Well, there's elemental P's, and there's elemental. No. So, amino acids are the building blocks of life. All right. So, in cannabis, it's responsible for many, sending signals to the plant for different development stages of growth and bloom. I think one of the most specific and in my expertise with using supplements in the hydro game is amino acids are really going to help with development of cells and oil structure and the oil and basically terpene production. And they find out that these heavy amino acid products are what's going to help with that building block that gives you those essential oils and resins. So think of it as enhancing the natural characteristics of your plant. Now, there's naturally occurring aminos. There's there's products out there with synthetic, more cleaner style aminos. I think when it comes to using organic style ones, I've seen more of the resin and oil production, where with the aminos that you'll find in the synthetic version, I found are more for plant vitality and for triggering certain responses. But I mean, aminos are responsible for everything, man. It's really it comes down to it. It's one of the most important things that other than the micro and the macronutrients that you can put in your plants.
Yeah, and listen, for amino acids in plants, there's two different. It's L and the D amino acid. Plants can only use L. And in fact, all cells can only use left turning. The L stands for left turning.
What?
L amino acids, right? And there's 21 different ones of them. Which ones do what? We're just starting to explore this and learn it, but there
especially in the cannabis scene.
And there are plants will produce amino acids too. You said you can add them, but they actually will produce them as well.
Well, that creates that takes energy, and if you give them a amino acid source, they can use that energy to do another response
instead of having to spend that energy in something else.
Correct. So our new powders contain 18 plus amino acids.
He's so good. Hey, I have never met a company guy better
Fucking
than
company guy. You're making this guy look like an independent.
Dude, yeah, hey, you have stepped on my shoes twice and dropped your product. I salute you, bro. Like it's all-time company, man. Dude, next thing you need is a chin beard.
Listen,
This guy needs a chin
well,
beard.
no, we're gonna get to the amino acids in yours. But listen, they basically, it's a natural way a plant can or an added way to help combat stress and increase root mass. It activates the SARS response, the natural mechanism defenses that can actually increase the resin and THC content. It also promotes nutrient absorption. Anytime, like humic acid, fulvic acid, the acid chelates the nutrient. It bonds with it, right? And it actually makes it where the ion can be absorbed by the root more easily. So not only are you combating stress, you're doing all these things. You are also I forgot what I was saying. I was too high.
That was awesome. So Emron just passed his foliage genius over to me, and it's packed with vigor and aminos.
And humic acid.
He's done it talking to my microphone.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. Hey, with the amino acids, you don't have to use so much of your NPK and your macro and secondary macro and micronutrients. You can lower the amount of nutrient you're using and use it more efficiently.
Sea kelp, full of aminos. B vitamins,
and
full of aminos.
The go-to is amino acids are the building blocks of life, just like he said.
Right. So we're going to be showcasing
right here, Darth Emron, right in the mic.
So we're going to be showcasing some of our partners. So you'll be seeing the guys from Spartan out of Las Vegas growing with the new Veg and Vigor and just straight crushing it. You know, so they have their Primus strain that's over 30%, and they're running the powders, and we're going to see how it does.
All right. Well, you got something to say about L-amino acids, except it's in your product?
No, I'm just saying, hey, it's the building block of life, like you already previously stated. It's the rubber, it's the glue that holds it all together.
It's the straw that stirs the
drink. It's the rubber that holds it all together?
Absolutely.
Or the glue?
Yeah, you know, it's the glue.
Rubber bounces off everything.
I don't like rubbers.
It's everything. Are you high for?
I'm smoking.
Can I get one of those dabs?
You know, I just got to say, give a shout out to Organitips for giving me this
flowers.
Gushers.
Fire.
He runs at Love Trees Cali Nutrients. So go check out Organitips. He has that wooden tip for you.
Love trees.
But again, the plant will produce them. We're growing short, robust, fast flower producing plants, usually indoors. We can add a little bit more, and the plant can use a little bit more. Just as in the sense that humic and fulvics can be available naturally through the soil that you plant in, or you could add them with organic product, even something like biochar to increase the levels, or you can add immediately available where it doesn't have to be broken down liquid form. All right, more amino acids. They're a thing that's really hard to overdo. More amino acids are mo better, right? I like amino treatment for just straight amino acids from House and Garden. Okay, and
slamming product, dude.
Again, I'm not shooting on the product.
No,
We're
I
just
actually
talking
like
grow.
them.
Also, throwing
I like
another
that.
one out there.
You gotta know who was there before you to get where you need to go.
Yeah.
And another great organic product that's got the amino acids in there is that BioMarine, dude. Like it's got the Humboldt squid has got the highest plant building protein out of any.
Is that
animal
ground up squids
in the sea kingdom? You will literally accidentally sometimes
So is that plant
allegedly
sushi?
find some fucking tentacles in there. But that shit
smells bad.
That is literally the highest
protein.
plant building protein available in animal kingdom.
Yeah,
you could grind up a turtle. You could grind up a fucking shark, the Loch Ness motherfucking monster, dude. Nothing has amino acid like the
Is
Humboldt
it
squid.
non-GMO?
Non-GMO and sustainably sourced. Humboldt squid is a fucking nuisance, actually. Did you know they're overpopulating
Can
the
we
coast?
save the commercials for in between the calls?
What? I'm not going to let this motherfucker one-up me.
It's all love, you know?
No,
Hopefully-
who's got the strongest pitch?
Harry.
Wait, let's do Shark Tank in here.
Harry,
Hashtag
turn these guys
successful growing.
Hashtag GH
turn
for
these
the
guys
win.
off.
Mic drop.
For the overall health of your plants, amino acids are very keen to be using. Some base nutrients like the BioMarine may have it in it. If you're looking for a clean source that doesn't smell like stinky squid, go to the amino treatment. Are you there still?
Yep, I'm still here.
All right, man. Hopefully that helped you out. I don't know how much.
Yeah, man, it did. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm happy you guys explained that.
Yeah, but there's specific ones, and they always have an L in front of it, an L then a dash. Okay.
I was gonna ask you, can I add that with like my microzyme?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
It's not gonna
Yeah,
offset
so
or kill you.
I add it with my microzyme and a little bit of molasses.
That'll be fine. Are you in soil?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
in soil and cocoa, half and half.
Okay, well, I'm going to send you a kit of the Mission fertilizer. It's all organic, and it's loaded with proteins, which are the amino acids, the L-amino acids. So you
Right
can
on.
use it right there. I'm going to send you that complete line. It's not for cocoa, just your soil. And then for the cocoa, go on over and get a hydroponic nutrient. You can use a 3-part or 2-part, dependent, and get some of that amino treatment so you can up the amino acids in that.
Yeah, I'm already using the amino treatment. I just pick some up over there at Cerritos.
You can also fold your feed with that too, my man. Hey, Harry, I appreciate you. Mission Fertilizer, Smart Pots, and what else? I'm going to send you some Terpinator as well going out over there, dude. Yeah, I cut you all
Right
off.
on, brother.
Keep pouting,
Appreciate
you
it
fucking
always.
big powder, baby. Sorry. 562-653-0707. Turn the powder back on.
Jesus, Harold Christ on a rubber fucking crutch. Is this happening to me?
Yes. Yes, this
Gonna
happens
cut
on the
me
heavy.
off like I'm Duff Man with a crooked eye?
I'll come on the Hydroponic Chef Show and cut you off. I don't
Pull on
give a
that chin strap.
Well, yeah, and I'm just cook you some medicated food and put you in a good mood.
I'm never cooking. I'm never
What
eating
now?
food from you again.
What now?
I'm allergic to cheese wheel. That's the only shit you can cook.
I'll have you know, my cheese wheel is the wheeliest.
The drip.
562-653-0707. We got our main man, Jimmy Three Thumb. This guy is a duff-free soldier. You're a general in the Army.
Tres digits.
¿Qué pasó?
Hey, I had a question about topping plants. I was wondering how many times and how often you do it.
What do you mean tapping?
He's topping them off, laddie. He wants to know how hard he can top them.
topping.
He wants to pinch those bastards
topping
like a little freaking night wearing green on St. Patrick's Day. Pinch them.
Mark did put tapping on the screen, and it sounded like he said that, so my bad. What? How often can you prune? I mean, I prune all the time, and it depends on where I want the plant to move.
I'll prune right now.
I will top the plant and initially to have it bush out, and I'll do it anywhere from 4 to 6 nodes up. It's usually about 1 foot to 1.5 foot tall. I'll top it and I let it bush out, and if it gets too tall from where I want to start flowering it, I'll bring it down again. I will top each one of those branches again, but I'll also clean off all the larvae branches in the middle, because once you top it, there is a dominance inhibitor hormone in the plant that is redistributed, that every node will shoot up and try to become a dominant node. And if you have larvae, fucking toothpick branches coming up through the middle,
Snizzle Fritz.
Those are just gonna be more bullshit. And they're just gonna grow shrapnel.
A zone
We call
for
it-
pathogens.
We call it shrapnel, and it limits
That's a
airflow.
good point right there.
Limits airflow. I mean, the mites where the mites go there. Whatever.
It's a little mite paradise.
So how often? I mean, ideally, if you have the timing right, top it once, and you should be able to bush it out. But typically, people will be pruning and structuring their plant throughout their growth.
Let's just get this one. Do you cut the nutrients back after you prune your plant for the next feed?
No, you shouldn't need to. But if the plant looks stressed out, yeah, you would cut the nutrient and the light back, right? You kind of lay off the gas pedal a little bit. But if you do it right, you shouldn't have to do that. We're talking about cannabis. Cannabis is called weed for a reason, because it grows like that. All gas,
I just had
no
some
break.
plants and veg that I aggressively topped a couple times, and then I didn't cut the nutrients back, and it looked like it burned them a little. So I was just wondering if maybe I should have.
Well, if you
cut back.
expose lower branching that didn't have access or much exposure to the light because of a thick upper canopy, that's going to be real fragile growth. And if you just expose it to big lights, like 1,000-watt lights, it can frizzle fry it.
How far away is your light?
I'm about 24 inches with my 1,000 watts off my plants.
Well, again, it's called weed. Lower your light output a little bit, lower your feeding a little bit, let new growth start to occur, and then crank both of those back up.
Not
You'll
a
be
game,
straight.
but practice.
Yep. And remember, if you want the above soil line growth, to occur faster, focus on the below soil line growth, and start trying to stimulate root growth, right? Don't go around full your feeding everything and being like, I'm going to get this going and I'm going to ignore the root zone and I'm going to starve the root zone. You still got to feed it, but try to get some biostimulants in there to start growing the root zone, expanding the root zone, and you'll see the above soil line start to expand and grow again.
Feed it.
Okay, that helps. I appreciate it, guys.
Hey, Jimmy, is this better than last week? It's kind of shit show last week, huh?
This is a great show, man. And I gave Mark a hard time, man. I told him I haven't seen any products in a while. He tried to blame you, T. I'm telling you.
Trying to blame me?
Oh, my God. You just got Mark canned. What a dick.
Mark, come in here.
What
come in
a
here, Mark.
dick.
Number 2.
Now he's got to go through this
Oh,
shit
for
again.
2.
Hey.
3 finger? Oh, man, you better change your number.
3 thumbs.
Hey, I'm just messing with him, man.
Hold on, get over here. You're blaming me now for
You
packing
don't know
this?
how hard heavy
Hey,
goes.
what is your title? Screening and shipping.
I thought it was just screening, and I don't get no checks either to do screening or anything.
Well, someone's got to get a check.
I don't know. I got to take a break when I don't get paid. You feel me?
All of a sudden, I see Craigslist
Mark,
with your phone number
he
saying
just,
Blue
he
Lab
just said
pens
that's
for
bullshit.
sale.
You don't even try.
Sometimes I try, but shit.
You said you're too busy.
He said he can tell you don't care. Your apology's not genuine.
Come on, Jimmy.
He's too busy
I know
repotting
I'm
my
never gonna
plants.
make it on the air
Help me
again
out,
now.
Jimmy.
Jimmy said he's never calling in again for you to just.
Are you going to take care of Jimmy?
I always take care of Jimmy.
Are you going to take care of everyone else that isn't calling in?
Yeah, right away.
How do I know?
Stat.
Right away. I'll be there right away.
Look at that look on his face. You can tell how much he cares.
Capital A ASAP.
He shouldn't blame me. He should probably blame his heritage, and I got a song for him.
It's because we get him lit.
You know he's never putting me through again, right?
And Jimmy's never winning anything again.
Marcos Pollos like selling Blue Lab pens on Craigslist that he should ship to Jimmy 3 Thumbs because that's the way he do. But they do it when Tyler calls them. All right.
Hey, great show this week, guys.
Thanks, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy, we're going to take care of you just like we 10 plus years, man. 10 plus years. We got anywhere from 10 to 20 calls a week, 50 shows a year. I mean, who can keep track of all this, Tim?
Not me.
Imagine how high we are every week, too.
Look at me.
I know. You got your face is swelling up. Are there peanuts in the whatever you ate?
Yeah, I'm allergic to that. All those edibles.
All right,
What
Jim.
strain you guys working on?
What are we smoking now?
Donald Trump OG.
Some Gushers.
That Gushers grown with that Love Trees Cali.
Dog, I don't know.
Organitips.
Well, I do know you follow my Instagram, but that hash bar OG, holy shit, that shit is producing a straight fire couch lock.
That bath salt kush.
Well, I mean, take a plane and what I could donate you one, donate you a cut, and what you do with it is your own business.
I am coming out,
Allegedly.
man, because I'm going to catch Rogan's show out there, too.
Well, you come on out and see us. We'll bring you in the studio and chop it up.
All right, man. Hey, I appreciate all the love, guys.
Same to you, Jimmy.
Peace out, Jimmy.
Grow weed every day. 562-653-0707. Another Duff-Free General on the line. We got Bad Motherfucking Jay.
What's growing on? Happy spring.
You know, just trying to make it happen. Trying to get the spring crop in, but the weather is not cooperating, man. How you going to be planting shit outside right now with 40-degree or less than 40-degree weather? Can't be done.
Shit, I already got it up, big dog.
Oh, shit. That's because you gangsta, player. I know it. But what's... motherfucking Jay, what's growing on?
Shit, I was looking for the plants I do got outside of the storm. When will they start to re-veg?
One of them has started to re-veg already?
No. For like plants that are outside flowering, when will they start to re-veg for this current year?
All right. Do we have a very loud pimp slap noise so I can pimp slap the shit out of motherfucking Jay? Why are you trying to re-veg your shit outside? It's going to take 2 to 3 months for it to start growing properly.
I don't want to re-veg. I'm saying if it's flowering,
right?
What date will it start to re-veg if it's outside with the
Oh, I got you. When are you going to stop flowering and go, yeah?
July-ish.
No, motherfucking not July-ish. You're talking about summer solstice out there. Motherfucker. Jesus Christ, step up my toes one more motherfucking time, Darth Imran. Swear to God. Shit, July-ish, I don't know where the sun's at in Fresno. Maybe it's behind the hue of manure smog up there. I don't know. But it's by like April, dude, you're going to start pulling tarps. Start pulling tarps to keep that time frame nice and rigid. And Emron, I'm sorry I busted your balls a little bit.
So how many hours of light will they start to go into re-veg with sunlight outside?
Over 12, man. You're over 12 right now, but you're close enough. And with the lower sun intensity, lower in the sky, you're going to be okay. But by April, you need to start pulling tarps. You need to start light depping it to keep it a 12-12 cycle to keep it in the flower.
So with 13 hours of light, the plant is just going to keep going?
Yeah, and as the days get further and longer, that's what makes it veg. They start flowering in July as the days get shorter, right? That's why when you plant outside, you just plant and the sunlight days are getting longer, the photoperiod's getting longer, and they're vegging, and then it falls that summer solstice, and now they're blooming. So if you want them to keep blooming now, you need to make that cycle a 12-12 cycle.
Okay, got it.
If you put them out right now, they'll start blooming, but they will re-veg as you put it.
Right, so they'll re-veg it in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be on top of it and pulling those shades.
Booyah! All right, thanks for answering the
All
question.
right. That's why I pay good money to Mexican Americans to pull shades. All right, bad motherfucking Jay, you a bad motherfucker. Let's send Jay some of those love trees. Will it work good for his outdoor plants?
I mean, yeah, he just has to get that lighting schedule down, and he'll be good.
We'll send him the love trees in. We'll send him some smart pots to put his plants in. That's good for you, right, Jay?
Hell yeah.
Thanks,
Say
brother.
hell no, I want more.
Oh, you got a magical butter machine?
Give me more. Tell him, Jay.
And what's up with the magic?
More. What? I thought this was the Heavy Cheese Bro show.
Hey, you want more?
Yeah, I always want
All right, write it down, put it in the mailbox, and send it to me. I'll consider it.
How about we send him some of our new mycorrhiza that's dropping late this season?
I hung up on him.
We love you, Jay.
One love.
Oh, no, I just sent him over to Mark. Sorry. He's not hung up on. Mark, take care of Jay. All right, 562-653-0707. We have, I guess, officially lost Dr. Duff.
Yeah, I'm going to do the news.
You're going to do the news? What's the news?
It's been decided. I don't know. Somebody's got to give me something to read.
He makes it.
Oh, yeah, he reads it off his phone, doesn't he?
Yes. Mike in Arizona, what's going on?
Give me a minute.
What's up, bro?
You know, just doing a radio show.
So, I got a problem more or less, I guess, than a question. So every time, I'm not sure if I'm messing up in my cure or my drying, but my buds like never have that smell. You know what I mean? Like they smell good when you break them open, and they taste good, but in the bag they have no smell.
Does it smell like hay?
I mean, not really. It has somewhat of a smell, but it's not strong at all.
Well, what strain are you growing?
There you go.
I grew White Widow and Chronic Widow.
To get rid of the widow, get some flavor, floral, Kush.
Have you had that same strain come out more fragrant before? Fragrant.
Cul-de-sac.
Honestly, that was my first time growing that strain.
Widow's hard to grow, isn't it?
I don't know, man. I'm a motherfucking tea. I grow everything fire. So let's talk about curing and drying. Yes, you can fuck up the overall flavonoid profile and the ester profile, the smells and the flavors of your plant by oxidation. And this usually happens if your grow room takes too long to grow and everything's too wet, or if you pull it off of the vine, off of the stalks, trim it, you think it's dry, and you bag it up, and it becomes wet again. Did you have a rehydration where you bagged it up and you opened it and it seemed like it was way more wet?
No, not at all. Oh, actually, I let it dry for about 10 days till the stems were snapping, and then I put it in the jars, and like it never really seemed like it got too wet to where it needed to be dried again.
Well, did it get any more wet, or did it stay the same consistency?
No, once I put it in the jars, it got a little more sticky, like
gummy?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
moist?
Yeah, moist.
All right, wet. Right? Okay.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so that moisture in it, that needs to be burped. As it comes out and it's concealed in that jar, it start oxidizing. The water will start breaking down everything, and it's from an oxidation process. So you need to burp each jar. If after one night you trim everything up, you stick it in whatever container you have, you go the next day and it seems moist or more gummy, you need to open that up. You could even remove the flowers from it and put a fan on it, or put it into a paper bag so the paper will absorb the excess moisture, right? When you have it in a sealed container and it rehydrates, it's just not dry enough, and it will kill your smells. It will kill your flavors. It sounds like luckily it wasn't too wet, even though it did re-moisten some, that it completely destroyed it. But it's a learning curve. It's your experience. Now you know, especially if you did well and you have denser flowers, the more dense a flower is, the more inner moisture they'll have. And the outer part that's more dry, especially when you contain it, will wick out that inner moisture, rehydrating the bud, oxidating and fucking it up.
Cool. So, whenever after it dries, can I just cure it in like a Tupperware container without putting the top all the way sealed on, or should I keep it in glass jars?
Either way, it just has to be airtight.
All right, cool.
It just has to be airtight. I know some people hate on plastic, but I don't think your Tupperware is getting Teflon into your buds. I hope not. According to Duffman, Teflon is in all of our blood, though, and it's killing the earth. More of that to come on the news. Mike, how about I help you out with your overall smells and your flavors by sending you a gallon of that Terpinator, man, helping make it everything AAA, bringing out the full genetic potential. Go to Terpinator.com and make sure that you check out their Garden Spray. The Garden Spray helps protect your plants against pests and pathogens, both by Rhizofloral, distributed by Left Coast Wholesale. Get your Terpinator and Garden Spray today. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
All right, brother. Talk to Marcos Poyos. Good question. We do get a lot of questions about curing. And, guys, you guys have both grown plenty of cannabis, plenty of weed. I mean, we've all been down that road of, hey, I think it's done. I package it up, and then it rehydrates.
Slow and steady wins the race. 10 to 14 days is a good time frame.
He was right on checking the stalks to make sure they snapped. They should
Yes.
snap like a chopstick and not bend like a straw. It's just their innermost moisture will be wicked out, and if you don't burp it and let that breathe off, then you're fucking yourself.
And I think the wicking of the brown bag is crucial. It's old school and it works.
Or I do it in a bucket and we keep rotating it.
Yep, not a bad way to do it either. One thing I didn't mention is it will affect the color too, that oxidation. You'll get darker buds. And stuff that becomes really oxidated will turn brown. And that's from the moisture. Right, Chef?
That's how you get
Chef, are you talking to your one subscriber on your channel?
That's how you get
Tell him I said hi. Say
this guy wants me to make
hi,
eye contact
hi,
with
Mrs.
him.
Chef.
This guy wants me to make eye contact with him.
Hi, Mrs. Chef.
Second date?
You're so high, I know. Quan in Jersey. Got to go to the East Coast. What's up, Jersey?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Same thing, different Wednesday.
I hear you. Yeah, I just got a question. I never grown before, so I don't even know where to start. Can I use regular dirt from outside? And what kind of lights do I need? Can I use sunlight just from coming from the window, or do you need specific lights to grow indoors?
Yeah, you need a specific light. The benefit of growing indoors is controlling your grow completely. You're playing Mother Nature, so you need to get an artificial light source. If you're just looking for a plant, go get a 150-watt HPS, or go get a 100-watt HLG LED and grow that one plant. But you need to have a very rigid grow pattern where 18 hours to 24 hours on for vegetative growth. That means where the plant's getting big enough to start holding its weight and it's not producing any flowers. And then when we say, okay, the plant's big enough to fill the space I have lit up, we make the light cycle 12 hours on, 12 hours off, and the plant immediately starts producing flowers, right? So when it starts producing the flowers, that same 12 hours needs to be the same every day. You know what I mean? You can't just go, hey, I unplugged it tonight, didn't unplug it tomorrow. It has to be on a timer. It has to be sealed up with no outside light source. So you need, first thing to get started is identify the space you want to grow in, okay, and the size of the space. And then from there, you get an adequate light to light up that space.
Okay, got you.
You know, and typically it's like, let's say, a 5 by 5 foot area should be fine for about 1,000 watts as long as you can keep it cool. Knowing that temperature is the hardest thing to control with these big lights that we're using indoors. So keeping the environment right is the biggest factor to being successful or not. It's not going buying the biggest, baddest light and thinking I'm just going to grow some weed. It's about controlling the environment that light is in that is going to make you a success. Right? And then from there, I said earlier in the show, a lot of the nutrients, it's the same type of idea. There's only so many elements you could put in that the plant can absorb. A lot of these nutrients are made specifically for cannabis, so they have what the plant needs. I would stay away from difficult recirculating hydroponic systems because, for one, it's going to be more money for startup. You're going to have to be more on top of certain elements that you may not fully understand as a newbie. And soil, to me, is a lot more forgiving. So I would get some quality soil like Empire Builder from Sanctuary Soil, put them in some smart pots, use the Mission fertilizer, and feed those things once a week. And as they dry out, give them fresh pH-adjusted water. And you start with some good strains under a good light with the right environment, you should be good. And a good goal to start with is, a 1/2 to 3/4 a gram a watt. If you start off and you're getting 3/4 a gram a watt, you're doing pretty fucking good. All right. And ideally, you want to get up to a gram and a half, 2 grams a watt. But that comes with experience. Even to this day, I started growing when I was 15, 16. I'm going to be 42 this year.
At what point do you move up to more plants or more light?
Well, I grew in a different time and place, so every harvest I was buying another light. Nowadays, it seems, especially with legal weed, that people are content with their little tent.
Yeah.
And they just want to get better and better. But each and every time, it's no shit. The first 20 years, there wasn't a plateau. It got better each and every time as I applied my experience. And think about this, Tim. Unless I'm running multiple facilities, 20 years of growing, even if I'm knocking it out of the park in 5 to 6 harvests a year, that's only doing it 100 to 120 times.
Yep.
This idea of a, quote, master grower. Like, man, shut your ass up with a master grower. How the fuck you a master of anything and you only did it 100 times?
Yeah. And not on scale and not, 500 lights. It's a big difference.
It is a big difference, but you expect it to get better each and every time and stay the course. You're not going to knock it. You might knock it out of the park. I'm not going to say you won't, but it's not likely you'll knock it out of the park your first time. And don't blame the nutrients. Don't blame the soil you're using. If you're using quality inputs, go to your local hydro store, your garden center, get the quality stuff. If you're using that stuff, then it should be straight on point. Take responsibility for your own garden. Use what you learned from your experience and put it to use each and every grow. The end.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
You're welcome, Quan. What do we got for Quan?
We got some Calisai Mag. We have that Veg and Vigor formula from Love Trees.
Now, wait. Once it's gone, is there any retailers in Jersey or New York or anywhere that he can get it?
Well, what you could do is you could go ahead and contact your local hydroponic retailer, have them reach out to us, and we'll go ahead and get them an account opened up, and you can go ahead and get a reorder through their new account.
Okay, and I'm also going to give you some green pads. Part of the environment is CO2. Love Trees Kid and green pads CO2. Hang them up in your garden. Give them a squirt. Let the CO2 rain down on your plant's face, just like Dr. Dust's wife did on our wedding night.
Cool. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
All right, Quan. Grow weed every day. All right, let's do one more call before the news. We have our man D in the north. Just doing this thing.
What's up, fellas?
Trying to get a steak.
What's good? Nah, it's good. I just called because to rant a little bit. I always call about a question, but this time it's kind of different, man, because how the law's changing and all that Prop 64 fucked it all up, and I was just thinking, like, what can legal medicinal marijuana users I used to be able to take my stuff to the shop, but I can't do that anymore. So it's like they don't accept donations and none of that stuff anymore. So it's weird how everything kind of changed. But is it do you think that it would still be the same for us? You know, what I'm saying, for the to be able to make our own medicinal marijuana, because I think that even though they try to stop that, I don't think they'll be able to. Just the way we were still able to grow herbs and oranges and fruits for our own benefit, I think we can still make our own medicinal marijuana for our own benefit as well.
And you still
I
can.
feel like it's kind of bullshit what they're trying to do, but.
It definitely sucks, but you still can. You can still grow your own plants for yourself. It's when you try to sell it commercially that it has to be a licensed. You have to be a licensed operator and has to be third-party tested. So you can still grow for yourself and your family. You just can't sell to dispensaries, unfortunately.
That's cool. That's good to know. That's
It's
what I
not
kind of
cool.
wanted to know.
But D, so as far as the legalities, that's absolutely right. What you can do, though, is become active within the community. You just don't lay down and accept it.
You politic.
You politic. You lobby. I would really like to see a California Home Growers Association.
We need farmers markets.
That $100 donation gets you a year's membership in it, and they lobby for the rights of home growers and establish state-run farmers markets that they can collect the tax, the sales tax, and the income tax.
Just be prepared to go through testing. The only way they're going to do that's with third-party testing.
But
But if they do that, I agree with it.
And it's gonna
farmers
make
markets all day.
It's got to make fiscal sense. So what do? You say, listen, if there's 50,000 people that want to home grow and be part of this market, you try to give them a 10 by 10 area. You make a blanket law instead of this fucking patchwork that we have where every city and every county can make up their own shit. It says if you're a home grower, you can't outlaw home grows, and if they apply for a license and they pass the application, you can have a 10 by 10 home grow at $1,000 tax per year. And that allows you to enter into the market where then you can pay for testing and sell your stuff at a state-run farmers market where both end users and dispensaries can come and you can showcase your skills. At 50,000 times 1,000, real quick, is that $50 million revenue that the state could have on the table today? They're leaving so much more money on the table. And not just that, the sales tax that they would get from every ounce sold and the income tax, because it's a state-run farmers market, they could take that tax out right there. Like a state liquor store back east. You know how they have it where a state agent is there. The vendors are within the farmer's market. Take a sealed bag with your barcode on it. They go through a state turnstile, basically where the cash register is. Boom, scan it. They take all the money, and at the end of the day, they then redistribute your sales, the amount you sold minus the sales tax and minus your state income tax. So they get it paid right then. You don't have to wait for someone to file it or try to mislead you in any way and take away the honor system. And that is very intrusive way of doing it, but there has to be a mechanism to bring the home growers into the fray, or this black market thing is going to be a tough hurdle to overcome for the legal growers, because cannabis is such a large part of the California culture. If these black market...
They just have to throw away pesticides. If you're willing to not use pesticides ever...
Best grow practices, yeah.
I mean, that's step one. But the problem is the state can barely regulate the growers that we have and the operators that they have. So
the problem is money. I just gave you $50 million.
No, I know. Money solves a lot of things, but they're so backlogged now. I can't imagine them trying to regulate home grows, too, at this point. But I'm totally for it. I think the farmers market idea is a really good one.
Yeah, and why do you have to regulate it? Once you are applied, that you show that you are secured, that you are compliant, then it all has to just be testing. So you pay for the testing as the grower, right?
Correct.
And so you enter that, but this is the thing that they try to do, is they try to push all of those growers out of the market. And look, if you don't let us be part of it, what's going to happen is we're just going to keep doing what we've been doing. We've been selling fucking herb, and we're going to keep slanging and banging. Like we were doing it when it was more legal than it is now. We're going to keep doing it, and that's what's going to happen unless you let us enter it in and let us fail on our own face, but at least be part of it.
Well, it's going to be hard to compete. I mean, just on scale, there's a lot more efficiencies, and your cost per gram is going to matter. If you can do it cheap enough and well enough and pass testing, and you can build a little craft brand and get good distribution, you can grab some share of the marketplace. But you're up against guys with lots of money and then doing it on scale for a while.
Well,
And they're writing the laws.
But now
They are, because they have the loudest voice, because they spend the money, and that's how politics works, unfortunately.
there's small plot horticulturalists that sell vegetables for much more expensive than what the supermarket does, because they produce a finer product within a certain realm that there is a clientele for. And I think it would be the same for cannabis.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease.
But I do believe this, that the politicians aren't stupid of how big a part of the economy black market cannabis is. If they completely squashed it out, Tim, where they went hard on enforcement, it would
We'll
be
vote those fuckers out of office.
It would be akin to the automobile industry failing in Michigan. And there would be ghost towns like that here in California if the cannabis industry was shut down. Just boom, lock and key.
If the black goes away, I mean, it's not going to go away. Out-of-state stuff is always going to be there, but I've already seen. I mean, I think a lot of people have already seen it diminish. I mean, if they're straight black, a lot of those guys are doing okay, but the guys that are trying to live in both worlds, they're not going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Those guys are going to have to pick a direction.
Yep.
So it's tough, man. It's tough, especially since a lot of those guys are going to have guys they were buddies with 2 weeks ago, and now they're enemies. And there's going to be a lot of snitching and whatnot. I mean, it's.
Yeah, I think the bigger guys, their interest is just the money and not in quality medicine. And I think people that really want to help other people with quality medicine are gonna do it the right way, and not just because they have a lot of money and get all these products to do all this sprays and all these fertilizings and stuff like that. So that's what I'm kind of the people like us that were medically say on that curve. A lot of people did get their license just to grow and to do that same thing just for the money, but the people that really want a good medical product and are helping and healing other people, those are the people that are getting pushed out, and the people with money or that are coming out of state.
There's no more medical cannabis in California anymore.
Yeah, it's all recreational. I mean, it's
all
all.
up,
But there's no more medical cannabis. They don't even recognize it really as medical. You get a tax break, a small tax break if you have a medical card. But what it's going to be is medicine derived from cannabis now, where the medicine that people are using to treat themselves will be derived from cannabis.
FDA approved, all that shit.
Yeah, and it's going to be recreational. Even though we know whole flower consumption does have medicinal benefits, it prolongs people's lives. It increases its neuroprotectants.
Fucking shrinks tumors.
All this stuff. But you got to have the right stuff. Yeah, like Tim was saying with the testing, it's got to be tested. You got to throw the pesticide and the gnarly fungicides away. You got to be able to grow legitimate, good cannabis if you want to be part of it. But back to the point, you got to be active. You got to try to organize growers in your area, and if we can actually come together as a community, there's hope. But I believe it's the farmers market mechanism is the only way I see to bring home growers into the fray. Otherwise, you're just growing for yourself, and if you are selling it or donating it, you're breaking the law, and you shouldn't be breaking the law, right? I can't help you break the law, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Worth it.
Unless you do what you gotta do.
The medical shops or whatever to get some, say some Bubba Kush or some Blue Dream and stuff like that, just to smoke on, man. And then I just look at it compared to mine, and mine looks way shinier and more like sticky. And the stuff that I get from the shop that's supposed to be tested and proved, it just really dry.
I think a lot of growers have that same sentiment.
Like the crystals aren't as gooey and sticky as the ones
I agree with homegrown cannabis being higher quality than the mass-produced stuff that you'll see in these shops, and I wholeheartedly agree. But it's just a tough pill to swallow that you have no mechanism to legally sell it in the state now, where we had Prop 215, which was a mechanism. It was unfortunate that they just didn't expand that to include commercial grows. That's what they should have done with the CCHI legislation. They could have kept things as they were and expanded it, but they contracted everything and hurdled all the home growers to straight commercial and then shut all those guys down, which is tragic. And it's such a big part of our economy here in California. Without the black market, people that are dependent on cannabis grow from communities, the grocery stores, the restaurants in town, the pizza places that deliver to the immigrants, all of these places, it's a whole economic system that it would be like It would be like the automotive industry leaving Detroit, and we saw what happened when a lot of those places closed down. All right. Blew your mind. I know. I'm sending you shit.
It's
how much
sad.
do you
It's just sad. It's like, fuck. There's no one can follow that.
Overgrow the world.
Have you heard of some cocoa called Tooper?
Yeah.
Oh, Royal Gold for the win, Playboy.
It's bomb.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I just wanted to know if you guys liked that, because it's been working pretty good for me, but I just wanted to know if
Oh, we
heard of
we fucks with it. There's a reason why they call it Tooper.
Yeah, it works really good, dude. For sure it does.
Yeah, but I just want to be safe. I just want the government fucking with my medicine, you know what I mean?
We'll be smart about what you're doing and don't advertise it. Those days are over. Shut down your Instagram account.
Yep.
Unless it says for entertainment only, like Heavy T's Grow Show.
Keep fighting a good fight, man.
All right. Grow weed every day. I'm going to send you a swag pack that includes some smart pots. You know the pattern of fabric pot. It's the only fabric pot we mess with here on Heavy T's Grow Show. Plant your plant. Let it air prune your roots. You get more fruit, more root, all those good things. You know what's good.
What time's that steak joint open till?
It's closed.
No. Fuck you.
Closed at 10.
It's 9:15, bro.
Okay, well I'm still doing my show. You wanna supplement the sponsorships that were already paid? Like Enron paid $2,000 to be here tonight.
Fuck, sorry.
The steak dinner is gonna be $2,000
Thanks
for all
for
of
the
us.
invite, T. Thanks for the invite.
We gotta hurry up.
Yeah.
You got all invited. Let's close this bitch down and go.
Well, we got to do the news.
Duff, man, get over here.
Duff, man, get
Duff,
over.
come say something stupid.
We also got to take a quick break. We got to pay these bills.
Cue the music. I'll act stupid and cross my
We'll try to
eyes.
get you get there early and order all the steaks. We'll meet you.
All right.
Ask for Kevin.
Tomahawks for everybody.
Yep. Heavy T's Grow Show. Grand prize on the news coming up. 562-653-0707. We'll be right back after these messages.
Oh yeah, you thirsty in the worst way. You thirsty in the worst way, nigga. You thirsty in the worst way. You be telling her the same shit she heard. If you send your bitch my direction, I bet I won't give her no attention, no affection. Same old questions, nigga. You thirsty? Your mind on the pussy, in my mind where a purse be busy. Boy, I make the shit look easy. She know I don't want her for that very fact she need me. I'm Easty, but I grew up on the West. They hear me loud and clear. That's why this ear up on my chest. Honey gang running things, know that. That's why the bitch catch me where the dough at. And you can say that pussy girl, you know that shit throwback. And if it ain't, I still don't give a fuck. You can hold that. Beezy, she said she don't want them if they own her. She only want the nigga that don't want her. And nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear, telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty in the worst way. You thirsty in the worst way, nigga. You thirsty in the worst way. You be telling her the same shit she heard. Oh, I ain't got no patience. I don't really like waiting. No, kinda wanna taste it. Oh, girl, let me taste it. Oh, I don't like waiting. So, girl, I ain't waiting at all. Make sure you take it. Make sure you take it. Oh, I work, I lay that pipe, you gon' get it. Bosco, 100 strokes to the bitches. I ain't with the bullshit, bitch, I'm with the business. Every time I fuck, make sure you put that ass in it. She said she don't want them if they own her. She only want the nigga that don't want her. And nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear, telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty in the worst way. You thirsty in the worst way, nigga. You thirsty in the worst way. You be telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah, what she wants don't require a question. What she needs is some direction. So I told her to go ahead and take her clothes off. And with no question, she did it, cause I'm a real one. She said to me, she said she don't want them if they own her. She only want the nigga that don't want her. Nigga, you thirsty. You be all up in the ear. The same shit she heard. Oh yeah, you thirsty in the worst way. You thirsty in the worst way, nigga. You thirsty in the worst way. You be telling her the same shit she heard. Oh yeah.
DFZRadio.com.
You are listening to the Heavy T Grow Show. Call in right now, 562-653-0707 for your chance to talk to Heavy T, Horty Chris, or Dr. Duffman. Killing it.
So you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda.
Dr. Duffman here. wanted to talk to you about what I wish I had in my garden. And that, my friends, is a Nanolux double-ended fixture, which is leading the industry as I speak in double-ended technology. I will no longer need 10 150-watt lights to cover my 5x5 area. With just one double-ended fixture from Nanolux, I can cover that area. Also, no more need for that pesky rooster timer of mine that goes off at all kinds of random hours. With Nanolux's fixture, it comes NCCS ready, meaning I can control it on my computer. So if you're like me and your lighting situation sucks, then upgrade to Nanolux's double-ended fixtures today, and don't be a duff man. For more information on Nanolux, check them out at nanoluxtech.com. That's NANOLUXTECH.com.
Dilly Heavy Tea Grow Show. But dilly dee.
Yo, Kelly, pass me that blunt. You feel me? Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, it's Heavy Tea. As a longtime cultivator in both small and large gardens, both indoor and in greenhouses, I know the number one factor for being successful is to maintain an ideal environment and optimize my airflow. That is why I use and recommend FanTech controllers and EC fans. As the original inventors of the inline fan way back in 1974, FanTech uses the highest quality German motors and has revolutionary impeller technology. The EC fan creates the most efficient and powerful airstream of any fan in its class. And with the new Aeolus controller, maintaining the ideal environment has never been more simple. The Aeolus, with a variety of modes, allows me to control my exhaust and intake fans along with my dampeners from one easy to set up and use interface. And with the two expandable channels, I can maintain temperature set points in two separate spaces. So whether you're a hobbyist in your garage or a commercial greenhouse grower, it's simple. Use what the pros use. Use the FanTech EC fan and Aeolus controller. And if you're a retailer, contact Rambridge, Savant Plant Tech, or Garden Rebels Distribution and order yours today. Fan and controller sold separately.
Hey, I'm in the zone.
Dude, this shit is insane. Have you ever been interested in gardening with dry fertilizers? Well, you're not the only one, and let me tell you about Vermicrop Organics and their line of organic dry fertilizers. Healthy plants with a simple 4-step process. Step 1. Just measure out a half teaspoon per gallon of soil or 2 cups per 12 square feet of soil surface area. Step 2. Apply evenly to the soil surface. Step 3. Blend into the top layer of soil to avoid caking. Step 4. Water thoroughly. And that's it, simple as that. Great for vegetables, fruits, flowers, potted plants, trees, shrubs, annuals, and perennials. It's Vermicrop Organics VermiVeg 744. Along with the VermiBloom and PK Boost, you will have a complete line of organic nutrients and a garden that will thank you with a great harvest. Looking for an even simpler way? Then check out the Vermiall 666. This game-changing mix is formulated for all stages of growth in the fast-paced garden of champion vegetable and flower growers. And check out the Vermi Bat Guano Fertilizer and the Vermi Blood Meal Fertilizer for feeding oversized, nitrogen-hungry plants. Learn more at vermicrop.com. That's vermicrop.com.
That's Horty's Pimpin' 101.
Launch crew, ready to reservoir.
What's the load factor, sir?
Bringing the Rizoblast liquid at 2 mils per gallon.
Okay, sir. We are loaded and ready to launch.
10, 9.
Okay, men. It's time to blast off into the plant's root zone and into another galaxy of root growth.
Rizoblast is a proprietary blend of seaweed and the single-celled algae chlorella. Chlorella's abundance of amino acids and minerals contribute to its value in hydroponics. The benefits used in Rizoblast are explosive root growth, the use with any growing medium or hydro system, its ideal use for transplanting, and the enhancement of your plant vigor in fast-flowering plants. Let your plants have a blast and see a world of a difference with Rizoblast from Botanicare. Check it out at www.botanicare.com.
She said she don't want them if they own her.
Hey, I'm in the zone.
Dude, this shit is insane.
Coming to grips with measuring pH is a fundamental part of ensuring a successful crop. Of course, having the right nutrient mix is important, but without a slightly acidic pH level, plants won't receive optimal benefits from the nutrients supplied. Blue Lab has a range of pH measurement tools available to help both the commercial and small-scale growers. These include the Blue Lab Guardian Monitor, the Blue Lab Combo Meter, the Blue Lab pH Meter, the Blue Lab pH Pen, and the Blue Lab Soil pH Meter. For more information, visit us online at getbluelab.com.
Hey, guys, started early, huh?
Hey, Dr. Duff, are you signing up for another one of those internet dating sites after your divorce?
Nah, I'm just ordering these freaking douchebags from China here. Just gonna be saving a lot of money on it. About $1 a bag.
Did you say douchebags?
Yeah, they're pots. They're fabric pots. They're, made in China. They save $1 a bag from all the other...
Oh, it sounds like an imitation smart pot or something.
Yeah, save $1, but, I'm pretty sure these douchebags are gonna work.
Dude, I had a buddy of mine who used those same douchebags. He bought them direct from China. It killed his whole garden.
Bro, what? So, I'm better off spending that extra $1 on a smart pot?
I'd get a smart pot.
Don't be a Duff man. Make sure to buy the original patented Smart Pot. Check them out at smartpots.com.
So you're big time, huh?
Yeah, kinda. Have you ever been interested in gardening with dry fertilizers? Well, you're not the only one, and let me tell you about Vermicrop Organics and their line of organic dry fertilizers. Healthy plants with a simple 4-step process. Step 1. Just measure out a half teaspoon per gallon of soil or 2 cups per 12 square feet of soil surface area. Step 2. Apply evenly to the soil surface. Step 3. Blend into the top layer of soil to avoid caking. Step 4. Water thoroughly. And that's it, simple as that. Great for vegetables, fruits, flowers, potted plants, trees, shrubs, annuals, and perennials. It's Vermicrop Organics VermiVeg 744. Along with the VermiBloom and PK Boost, you will have a complete line of organic nutrients and a garden that will thank you with a great harvest. Looking for an even simpler way? Then check out the Vermiall 666. This game-changing mix is formulated for all stages of growth in the fast-paced garden of champion vegetable and flower growers. And check out the Vermi Bat Guano Fertilizer and the Vermi Blood Milk Fertilizer for feeding oversized, nitrogen-hungry plants. Learn more at vermicrop.com. That's vermicrop.com. The cannabis portion of this show is designed as entertainment only for legal medicinal cannabis patients over 21 years of age and is not meant to encourage any other activity or use. Yeah, Dick.
You're gonna go get the green pad, see? That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go get it right now. Going down to your local hydro shop. Tell them Shunny sent you. That's right, Shunny with the green pad. More CO2 in your garden. More carbon, more weight, see? You need to get that weight up to pay me back, see, Shunny? Go get the green pad junior. Put it in your cloning dome, see? You're gonna get some more roots faster. Cut days off your cloning time. More harvest year round. That's right, see? Activated by humidity. 35 to 50%, so make sure that's right, okay? Go to your local hydro shop, see?
That's right, go there now. More root, more fruit, more fruit, more root.
That's right.
Yeah. Meow. Meow.
You're listening to Heavy T's Grow Show. Call in right now, 562-653-0707 for your chance to talk to Heavy T, Horty Chris, and the Duff Man only on DFCRadio.com.
The next level of growing is here. The growing revolution is here. DFCRadio.com. DFCRadio.com.
Hey guys, it's Heavy T. As a longtime cultivator in both small and large gardens, both indoor and in greenhouses, I know the number one factor for being successful is to maintain an ideal environment and optimize my airflow. That is why I use and recommend Fantech controllers and EC fans. As the original inventors of the inline fan way back in 1974, Fantech uses the highest quality German motors and has revolutionary impeller technology. The EC fan creates the most efficient and powerful airstream of any fan in its class. And with the new Aeolus controller, maintaining the ideal environment has never been more simple. The Aeolus, with a variety of modes, allows me to control my exhaust and intake fans along with my dampeners from one easy to set up and use interface. And with the 2 expandable channels, I can maintain temperature set points in 2 separate spaces. So whether you're a hobbyist in your garage or a commercial greenhouse grower, it's simple. Use what the pros use. Use the Fantech EC fan and Aeolus controller. And if you're a retailer, contact Rambridge, Savant Plant Tech, or Garden Rebels Distribution and order yours today. Fan and controller sold separately.
Hey, I'm in the zone. Dude, this shit is
Coming to grips with measuring pH is a fundamental part of ensuring a successful crop. Of course, having the right nutrient mix is important, but without a slightly acidic pH level, plants won't receive optimal benefits from the nutrients supplied. Blue Lab has a range of pH measurement tools available to help both the commercial and small-scale growers. These include the Blue Lab Guardian Monitor, the Blue Lab Combo Meter, the Blue Lab pH Meter, the Blue Lab pH Pen, and the Blue Lab Soil pH Meter. For more information, visit us online at getbluelab.com.
Yo, it's BKJ on Team King, and you listening to DFZ Radio. What?
Don't you put that evil on me!
Heavy T.
Hey, bro, your garden's looking sweet, man. What are you using?
Yeah, man, I'm using a premium cocoa nutrient, Cocoa Tech A and B, man. It's an aggressive formula for increased yield during the flowering phase.
Wow, so this is made specially for cocoa?
You better believe it, man. It comes with easy-to-use 2-part formula. Formulated for aggressive growth and superior blooms. Whoa, bro. Yeah, man. Tell 'em, Bob.
This aggressive formula contains proprietary blends of calcium to ensure your plants thrive. Backed by years of research, Cocoa Tech Premium Cocoa Nutrients are specifically designed to support and enhance your cocoa core growing experience. Use Cocoa Tech Premium Nutrients with Cocoa Tech Premium Cocoa Core for optimum results.
Yeah, man.
Dilly Heavy T Grow Show. But dilly.
You may proceed with your questions, Mr. Matson.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Smith, is it not true on the night of April the 20th, you took responsibility for 12 females, and that you immediately took those females and locked them in your basement?
Yeah, that's right. And you should have seen them, looking all pretty and such.
Yes, I'm sure they were. But could you tell the court what happened next?
I mean, I kept them down there, trying to keep them safe from the world.
But that's not all, is it?
What are you getting at?
What I'm getting at, sir, is those girls were kept in a potting soil that was so low in nutrients that they barely had enough to survive. Are these the same girls that you did not plant in Sanctuary Soil's Empire Builder?
I didn't know about Sanctuary Soil's Empire Builder.
You should have known that Empire Builder contains all the nutrients those plants needed, as well as beneficial bacteria and fungus. You should have known that the guanos, worm castings, and over 20 micronutrients in Empire Builder would keep those plants vigorous and healthy. And you should have known that once the plants were placed directly in Empire Builder, that all you had to do was to keep the plants watered, and you would have seen amazing results.
I'm so sorry I didn't know.
Well, you should have also known that Empire Builder is now available in 2 cubic foot bags as well as by the truckload. Your Honor, I rest my case.
I have no choice but to find the defendant guilty of not using Sanctuary Soil's Empire Builder. Now get out of my courtroom.
Sanctuary Soil's Empire Builder. For more information, go to sanctuarysoil.com. Sanctuary Soil. Using anything else is criminal.
Hey man, your garden smells amazing this year. What are you doing different?
Haven't you heard? We've been using the Turpinator.
Did you say Turpinator like terpenes?
Yes, exactly. Turpinator is designed to increase your plant's terpenes, which are responsible for everything from how your plants smell to how much flavorful oils they produce. Basically, Turpinator is the one-stop shop for an overall quality increase for your fruits and flowers.
That's awesome. You know, I can tell the Turpinator has not only increased the oils in all your herbs and flowers, but it looks like it's going to increase your dry weight as well. And dude, don't even get me started on those crystals. They look like mini icebergs.
Well, you better hurry up and get on board. It's flowering season right now. And since Turpinator is made right here in Sonoma County, you can literally find it in any hydro store in town. Boost your plant's oils and bring out flavors that will drive your friends wild. Turpinator. Sticky is an understatement.
The cannabis portion of this show is designed as entertainment only for legal medicinal cannabis patients over 21 years of age and is not meant to encourage any other activity or use. Yeah, dig.
DFCRadio.com.
easy. Look, hop into that all black thing on them things. Haters jaw dropping, looking strange and deranged. I'd advise them lames to remain in their lane. I'm all about my change, even though I'm paid, I never change. I diddy bob on a bad bitch, beast in it, I go savage. Haters stay on that mad shit, cause ain't there bitch in here average. Riding out on that boulevard, turn your neck and I'll pull you broad. Act tough and I'll pull your card, and that's just how the game go. Ain't got no time for no lame hoes and no silly niggas. Hub City nigga, and I'm riding around with these bad hoes, and I'm starting to feel like Diddy nigga. Stunning shades on, I'm in my zone, my bitch a Diddy nigga. More hoes on my phone, hoes in my home, that's on my city nigga. Riding through the city, bad bitch with me, stunning shades on, feeling like I'm Diddy. Riding through the city, bad bitch with me, stunning shades on, feeling like I'm Diddy. I be riding through the city, riding through the city, riding through the city, riding through the city, riding through the city. Hey, hopping at that all black thing on them things. Haters jaw dropping, looking strange and deranged. I'd advise them lames to remain in their lane. So get up out our way. This 100 in the tank.
And go eat Korean barbecue. Here we go. The news. Is he back? Oh no. Duff, you want to suck it up and talk shit about me? Duff, you just want to come in and do the news?
I got news.
He's shaking his head no.
I got news.
Duff, just tell me what news to do.
He's shaking his head yes.
I was just reading.
He's shaking his head yes. No, he's shaking his head
So
no.
I'd like to bring you the next news segment brought to reading you stories while I was sitting on the crapper. We're calling this next segment Things I Read on the Shitter. So, Jelly Belly's getting into the CBD game.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, so the creator of Jelly Belly, who is no longer with Jelly Belly because he sold out originally already.
He's the founder.
But he's starting a CBD jelly bean company, and they're gonna have like 20-something different flavors. Strawberry cheesecake's heard already a leading contender for the best flavor, and yeah, that's what's.
Whole Foods came out a while ago already saying they want to sell at the at their stores. They want the dispensaries inside Whole Foods. They think it should be sold at every grocery
Fuck
store.
yeah, they do.
Yes, it should be. Should be that accessible.
So and then we talked about this one on the Farm to Table Cannabis show, which is a fucking joke. The Arizona Supreme Court is hearing a case right now because the way they wrote the AMMA judgment for the rules for cannabis and medical marijuana out there is they classified marijuana as the leafy part of the plant and cannabis as the resin. So you are not allowed to have concentrates in Arizona because they've a predated rule calling cannabis the leafy part and the extract. I mean, the marijuana leafy part, cannabis is the extract. So they're bringing the bureaucracy out hardcore in Arizona there. So
that's
funny.
when idiots write legislation.
It's funny when you let them that take over that shit. But the prosecutor representing the issue claimed that the AMMA doesn't include marijuana extracts and that the Arizona voters understood that when they voted for the ballot measure in 2009. That the court is expected to officially rule on the issue within a few months. So Arizona has already allowed dispensaries to sell marijuana extracts, and law enforcement has been allowing patients to possess and use extracts since the AMMA was implemented. So it's
that's pretty
stupid. Fucking retarded the way they got things going over there. And Arizona's not the only state where shit's got fucked off too. But there's good news on the way. Hawaii's now going to let you get a medical card while you're there. You can get a out-of-state medical card there.
But you still can't smoke it there.
Going to cost you $60. You can't smoke on site. You can't smoke in a hotel room. You can't smoke in public. So where are you supposed to fucking
Well, you're not
smoke?
supposed to smoke it at all. They don't want you combusting it. That's
You're only allowed to eat.
I don't know what you're supposed to do with it. Flour.
So like in Canada too. And then the fucking the lawyer, or not the lawyer, the company in Canada, I forget which one it is. It was the Organigram. The fucking CEO said they need to fight the black market, and he's urging the Ontario police and the government to go after the medical marijuana grows. Not medical, the home grows. And Yeah, it's pretty ruthless, man. It's one thing to think it and shit, but yeah, they said it like, you know, it's not very.
It's not surprising.
It's not very. That's not very classy.
No.
And then.
Hey, but something like that. That's something that can push people to join arms if they're like, hey, we're coming after home growers. Home growers should unite and rise up.
Yeah.
We'll need to come up with a solution and be loud about it.
Hey, did you just spill beer on my table, bro?
Fuck.
I've been spilling beer all day.
It's all right.
long.
You said it, Dr.
You just talking about the cleaning ladies and shit.
We fired that bitch. I mean, that lovely young lady.
Yeah, you get me a towel, eh? Or a paper.
So CVS has been selling cannabis products in 8 states, you guys. Yeah, they've already been selling it without us even realizing it. The pharmacy chain says that the products include topicals such as creams, sprays, roll-ons, lotions, and sex creams designed for... Oh, no, sorry, that says salves. I read that wrong. These products are available in 8 states: Alabama, California, Colorado, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Maryland, and Tennessee. In a statement, CVS said, fuck it.
Duck it.
No. CVS specified that it's not selling any CBD-containing supplements or food additives. So it's okay to put it on your skin, but don't put it in your food or out your butt.
I think they put cosmetics in there, too. So if it's on the skin, is that cosmetics?
No, it says it's okay to put it on your skin, but don't put it in your butt.
We're getting CBD. It's not THC.
I doubt this says anything about your butt.
Okay, you're right. It doesn't say butt. But CVS Pharmacy did say that it has started selling cannabidiol or CBD products in select states. The pharmacy chain said the products include topicals, creams, sprays, roll-ons, lotions, and stuff. They just repeated the same sentence twice in this article.
You just repeated it.
No, literally, they printed it like
Because it was off the newswire. They just copy and pasted it.
Yeah, that's fuck. God dang,
man.
Artificial news generators.
Yep.
And then, last but not least, we all feel a little crazy, and we were wondering, you know, how the fuck does it affect you? But they're saying stronger doses of cannabis might lead to an increased risk of psychosis.
What are you talking about?
I'm not trying to hear that shit. That shit makes me mad. I don't know why I'm so
I'm gonna go
angry
fucking
just
crazy
trying to
right
read
now.
this fucking article. Research adds that the previous studies that have been found links between marijuana and mental health problems, but still does not definitively pinpoint marijuana as the case. Psychotic disorders in which people lose touch with reality are typically triggered by factors including genetics and the environment. So you can't just blame it on weed. But experts say that the new study finding have big implications on jurisdictions legalizing marijuana. Warning, they should consider
Hey,
the
Duff,
potential
your lift is
impact
here, Duff.
for health services. So that's rough, man. Because I already feel like I got mental disorders, and then I smoke tough, you know. And then on top of that, I got to worry about mental issues too.
Yeah.
So that's the cannabis news.
Is
According
Dr.
to
Duff
the Hydro
vandalizing
Chef.
my car right now? Yeah, I was trying to knock over that beer can onto Greg or Duff, which I would admit, and the poker chip got away and hit this dude in the bridge of the nose.
No.
Right here.
Oh,
and he
fuck.
walked out, and now he's vandalizing my car, I think.
So yeah.
Well,
Grand
what are
prize
you doing with that bottle of BioMarine? If you dump that in my car...
Grand prize question of the day. Tyler went over a couple of amino acids.
Dr. Tyler.
If you can name one of the amino acids.
Well, how about this? How many L-amino acids are there?
Hey, fucker. No one's.
I didn't name any though.
How about how many are?
Yeah, but dude, that's a fucking very specific number.
Performance blends.
No one's gonna call in and remember that.
It's easy to Google.
I gave out a number.
Now we want to Google questions. Well, fuck.
Every question's Googleable.
Our number's illegal
really?
age.
What's the
What
meaning
is the
of life?
Korean barbecue place we're going?
What's the meaning of
after
life? Call me back. Let me know.
What was I calling?
Who loves trees
Emron?
more than I do?
What is Emron's Star Wars name?
I'm seriously concerned about your fucking breathing. Do you have sleep apnea too? I don't sleep for shit. You? You're not even fat though, fool. What's the fuck?
No, dude. I don't know.
Just out of breath, kicking
It's
and
that
shit.
Irish part of him.
No, I run, I work out. I just, I take big breaths.
Oh, you have huge lungs.
And
That's
big
what you
wrists.
say.
You
There
know?
you go. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Shout out to
Been
Love
doing it for a
Trees.
while.
Much love to Emron. This has been fun.
We appreciate you, Chef.
All right, we're going Korean barbecue time.
Yeah.
He says, wrap it up. Enough circle jerking.
All right. So, what's the question?
Barbecue.
Where are we going after the show? 562-653-0707. What are we going to eat? We're going there. Call in. First caller to get it wins. We got shit to give away, including love trees. 25 pounds, but not to you.
And Korean food.
562-653-0707.
So look up Cerritos.
Dr. Duff's treating his broken nose right now.
Cerritos Korean food Yelp. They close at 11.
Drunk mask. Drunk mask.
You got the blunt, ain't no talking in this session. Puff, puff, pass it, puff, puff, pass it. Real talk, you know the rules, no question. Puff, puff, pass it, puff, puff, pass it. The type of weed we smoke, you hold too long, you get your ass kicked. Puff, puff, pass it, puff, puff, pass it. Nah, I'm just playing, but you smoking with the masters. Puff, puff, pass it, puff, puff, pass it. Hot shit, bomb shit, fucking with this here. All day MJ smoking the best, bitch, no lie. You never should've fucked with a veteran. Off of that medicinal, homie, we call it medicine. Take that, a couple of hits of bombing and send it there. If you don't do it, my hitter, then that was your last hit. DZ know what I'm talking about. Quick to penalize a nigga on smoking for fucking up. Me too. Nah, just playing a bullshit and we really ain't like that. Maybe so, but who's tripping? Not me. All my people, we everywhere. Always choking and follow the rules clear. Hot shit, bomb shit, damn it, I say that. Puff, puff, pass, damn, I must have forgot that. Oh, fuck it, still I blaze this hot shit. Nothing but OG, we stay on bomb, bitch. You got the blunt, ain't no talking in this session. Puff, puff, pass it, puff, puff, pass it. Real talk, you know the rules, no question. Puff, puff, pass it, puff, puff, pass it. The type of weed we smoke, you hold too long, you get your ass kicked. Puff, puff, pass it, puff, puff, pass it. Nah, I'm just playing, but you smoking with the masters. Puff, puff, pass it, puff, puff, pass it. I'm smoking Laker perp, cause right now Kush is kinda slim. But always got them buzz while other niggas smoking trim. You catch me in my LA fitted, never in the brim. Though I'm pimping just the same, plus a nigga built to win. I mean, I'm up and in, or I'm up and on. But taught to hold my own, cause Papa was a rolling stone. I'm smoking on that sticky shit and I blow it by zones. All the type of Buddha you can't put your hands upon. Like moon rock, sun rock, space rock, and all that. You fuck with me, you guaranteed you niggas finna fall flat on your face. I'm smoking by the pound and I bring liquor by the case. Nigga, whatever happened, feel it's fake. While other niggas fake, I'm out here smoking with the greats. Nigga, I'm talking cushion by the crate. If smoking was a crime, then I guess murder be my case. Nigga, you got the blunt, ain't no talking in this session. Puff, puff, pass it, puff, puff, pass it. Real talk, you know the rules, no question. Puff, puff, pass it, puff, puff, pass it. The type of weed we smoke, you hold too long, you get your ass kicked. Puff, puff, pass it, puff, puff, pass it. Nah, I'm just playing, but you smoking with the masters. Puff, puff, pass it, puff, puff, pass it.
I just want a bad nigga for the fame. Yeah, that big baby, she for the game. Stack a star, gotta maintain. Play the smart nigga from the start, going hard like this is my leg game. Yeah, bitch, I am LeBron Wade. Chopper, give your ass a blunt fade. Ooh, for everything I do it for my family. It double before this summer till they take my breath away. And I'm posted on that corner till I see a better day. My young nigga boo runner, they bull up and eat your face. We don't never stop at red lights at night, nigga. We don't never stop at red lights at night, nigga. 2 letters G and a D for all my right, nigga. 2 letters G and a D for all my right, nigga. And I'm sipping on.
Hey guys, it's Heavy T. As a longtime cultivator in both small and large gardens, both indoor and in greenhouses, I know the number one factor for being successful is to maintain an ideal environment and optimize my airflow. That is why I use and recommend Fantech controllers and EC fans. As the original inventors of the inline fan way back in 1974, Fantech uses the highest quality German motors and has revolutionary impeller technology. The EC fan creates the most efficient and powerful airstream of any fan in its class. And with the new Aeolus controller, maintaining the ideal environment has never been more simple. The Aeolus, with a variety of modes, allows me to control my exhaust and intake fans along with my dampeners from one easy to set up and use interface. And with the 2 expandable channels, I can maintain temperature set points in 2 separate spaces. So whether you're a hobbyist in your garage or a commercial greenhouse grower, it's simple. Use what the pros use. Use the Fantech EC fan and Aeolus controller. And if you're a retailer, contact Rambridge, Savant Plant Tech, or Garden Rebels Distribution and order yours today. Fan and controller sold separately.
You may proceed with your questions, Mr. Matson.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Smith, is it not true on the night of April the 20th, you took responsibility for 12 females, and that you immediately took those females and locked them in your basement?
Yeah, that's right. And you should have seen them, looking all pretty and such.
Yes, I'm sure they were. But could you tell the court what happened next?
I mean, I kept them down there, trying to keep them safe from the world.
But that's not all, is it?
What are you getting at?
What I'm getting at, sir, is those girls were kept in a potting soil that was so low in nutrients that they barely had enough to survive. Are these the same girls that you did not plant in Sanctuary Soils Empire Builder?
I didn't know about Sanctuary Soils Empire Builder.
You should have known that Empire Builder contains all the nutrients those plants needed, as well as beneficial bacteria and fungus. You should have known that the guanos, worm castings, and over 20 micronutrients in Empire Builder would keep those plants vigorous and healthy. And you should have known that once the plants were placed directly in Empire Builder, that all you had to do was to keep the plants watered, and you would have seen amazing results.
I'm so sorry, I didn't know.
Well, you should have also known that Empire Builder is now available in 2 cubic foot bags, as well as by the truckload. Your Honor, I rest my case.
I have no choice but to find the defendant guilty of not using Sanctuary Soils Empire Builder. Now get out of my courtroom.
Sanctuary Soils Empire Builder. For more information, go to sanctuarysoil.com.
Side diesel in my blunt, I go drink in my cup. Someone tell the DJ, crank it on up. Side diesel in my
All right, get your paper up, get your hustle up, get your everything up, get your hunger up. We're gonna eat.
Where are we taking these guys? Where am I taking these guys to eat?
You eat the meat or you're on the street.
3 letters.
Hey, take it easy, Beavis.
I'm hungry. Hungry.
I'm Heavy T. Let's hold on a second. This guy over here, Love Trees. Love Trees, how you feeling? How you feeling?
Amazing.
Love Trees here. Darth.
Well, you guys gave me all these treats here, you know.
You wanted to
Who
say
made these treats? Can we give them a shout out?
You got the,
Shout out to
you
Chef
got the
Kitty.
Calci Mag. You've got the powders coming out, which we're stoked to have in studio. You got the foliar sprays, but you have something else coming out for the recirculating guys.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a all-in-one part that's for sterile recirculatory hydroponics. So that's coming out late this season.
When?
I'm gonna say let's shoot for November. That's the month of my birthday. You know, we'll celebrate.
Did you just throw a poker chip against the calendar?
No, we'll hit that target.
Just
November.
Just save it till 2020, bro.
Tomato. We'll get there.
And remember, you still have a microphone. All right, let's go. Where are we gonna go eat? We're gonna go. We're out this joint. We're not even uploading this episode. You're gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Then it's gonna be uploaded. It's gonna be in your face, silly
It's
suckers.
gonna be worth it for some of them ribs.
We're gonna be frizzle frying. We're gonna be eating, grubbing down. Where are we going?
3 letters in the name. Let's make it quick.
Where are we going? What are we eating? Let's go. I said first caller, line 1. We have Mike in Arizona.
What's good?
If you get it right, man, you're in the money.
Okay, so I got 2 answers in my head. I'm gonna go with my
Fucking
gut.
figure it out. We're hungry. Sorry.
Come on, Mike. Hurry up.
Sorry.
Wow. That was abrupt.
Yeah, that was a dick move, bro.
So, Korean barbecue?
Come on, dipshit.
But where? Where?
Damn, dude, I don't know where. Korean barbecue.
pick
That's
a
all
name.
I know.
Do you know one franchise in California? Think of one franchise.
I'm gonna give it.
Homie, I'm not from California. I live in Arizona.
All right.
I know.
Yeah.
Just think of one
But
franchise
listen,
in Arizona.
Can
I've
you
seen
stop?
one there.
Just stop. I'll give you. It rhymed with Shen.
Chin?
Yeah! You did it, dude. You did it, my man. You just got hooked up with a full set of Mission Fertilizer, some green pad CO2, also a pH pen from Blue Lab. I'm also going to send you a double-ended 1,000-watt bulb from Nano Lux. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Fuck yeah.
Each and every Wednesday
Yeah.
from approximately 6 o'clock to right about now, who's hooking you up with the freshest grow gear and the dopest grow knowledge.
Heavy tea.
That's right. You dig? We're going to be back next week, and make sure to tune in tomorrow for the Reverend Herb Show. So we're going to go eat some Korean barbecue. Thanks to all the sponsors, all the callers. Dr. Duff for bailing out, little bitch. So other than that, we out.
Peace.
Out.